Previously in Dragon's Maw. I'm gonna love saying that. The party all met in a bar. Well, that's simplifying things a bit. Let me elaborate. Outside the town of Flametongue, Zenkarn the Zebra Necromancer and Flotsam the Pegasus Filly ran afoul of a down-on-his-luck Earth Bunny prospector, while Tempered Steel the Minotaur took on a gang of chemmed-up raiders. In town, Firelight the Unicorn waited around town looking for a group, while Powderkeg the Unicorn got drunk and angry. Circumstances brought them together in Flametongue's only bar, where a rival caravan of bandits was also getting wasted. Powderkeg started a fight, the rest of the group joined in, and a few minutes later there were 4 craters where the bandits and most of the bar used to be. The mayor of Flametongue demanded that all members of the group leave town the following morning, either back out into the wasteland or straight into Dragon's Maw itself as a prospector caravan. And while I'd love nothing more than you guys metagaming, changing your minds, and heading back out into the equestrian wasteland, I think we can safely assume that you guys each came to Dragon's Maw for your own reasons. So it's time to head through Flametongue Pass. And that is our recap.
Okay.
Alright, so can we just say we bought, supplies beforehand, if we wanted to raid Rad Safe, Rad Away, all that stuff?
Well, the shopkeeper's gonna be much unfriendlier to you. Basically, each of you has, starting out, about 200, non-combat calves.
Alright. I'm going to spend it all on more booze.
This can only go well.
No, I'm not. I'm going to wake up in the alleyway where I passed out last night. And try and figure out what the heck I did.
You encounter a cybernetic donkey who automatically says, "Come, my minion," and drags you off somewhere.
Sure, let's go with that.
Wait, do I know you? You seem really unfamiliar.
I am Dr. Javolt, and you are now my minion.
Now let me get this straight.
No.
You think I am your minion?
Yes.
Now why don't you just piss off, because you're obviously insane.
Dr.
I never
Javolt.
agreed to nothing.
You do not need to agree to science. Science agrees to you.
Now, the only thing science ever agreed with me on is that
No,
science
you
causes
cannot argue.
explosions.
Come along. We need to buy supplies for our journey into the Dragon's Maw. Come.
The rest of you each have your rooms at the last stop in, and you're just now getting up. Basically, the Flametongue guards, each just pound on your doors, because they want to get you out of town as soon as possible.
We're going. Can we buy explosives first?
I did.
Right. We all going? You ready, or?
Well, on the subject of buying supplies, there are the items that are listed in the consolidation doc, which I will post in the chat now.
Now, Firelight, as an NPC, can still provide information like where is the best place to buy this stuff, correct?
There is a merchant basically one major merchant in town, and Firelight, is familiar with the area enough that he can lead you to it, but you'd also find this pretty easily on your own. There are signs and everything. There's one main general store.
Is this merchant an obnoxious woman with an annoying voice who wants us to complete some kind of wasteland survival guide?
No.
Hey, no, I like her.
I liked her too.
Yes.
No, he's kind of a shadier pony by the name of Sellout.
This town is full of ponies with suspicious sounding names, isn't it?
I know,
All
it's great.
ponies have stupid names. That's
This
why
is
you're
the-
ponies.
This is the Fallout universe. Everybody has a name that has
So,
bullet or betrayal in it.
Should I say that Dr. Javolt has dragged Powderkeg over to the merchant's place?
Yeah, we can, if you're alright with that, Powderkeg, unless he's tried to escape already.
Powderkeg is still largely got a hangover and kind of just tired, so he's putting up a slight fuss, but I'm guessing Javolt is just kind of dragging him along, so...
I'm calling him incompetent fool, so...
Now I ain't incompetent. You're just polling me after I'd had a very bad Or maybe good. I can't remember, not.
Powder Keg, you notice as Dr. Javolt drags you along through bleary eyes, you can see the looks on the other town's ponies, that they are looking at you with more than a little anger.
Judging by the look of the people in this here town, I done goofed.
Indeed,
Dr.
and
Javolt,
that is why you are now my minion. And an incompetent fool.
Yeah, no, I am not a minion.
It says so right here in your contract. Dr. Javolt whips out a blank sheet of paper.
I think you might be insane.
It is not insane to practice science. It is insane to deny science.
It's also insane to carry around a blank piece of paper and call it a
This piece of
contract.
paper is not blank. It is written in scientific ink.
while you two argue, Dr. Javolt drags you past the bar, which you do vaguely recall, and you can see that, something has blown a few chunks out of it, and, there's like one mechanic pony who's just staring at it, rubbing his head, just like, oh, what am I gonna do?
Did I do that?
Yes, indeed.
Well, I guess it was
You
a
and
good
my
night.
other minions.
Your other minions?
Yes, we will meet them at this store.
I'm
About that.
not sure you can actually lay claim like that. It was funny when it was just Powder Keg, but I don't know about if you necessarily have that kind of relationship with the rest of the party.
We will meet them at some time, but first, into this store.
Yes, so all six of you, including Firelight, who is not here, who doesn't have a player at the moment, so I'm just running him as
He's
an
not very
NPC.
talkative right now.
Yes, you all meet in Sellout's general store.
So when Powder Keg gets dragged in the store, he finally works up the strength to break free of Javolt pulling him along, and stands up, kind of dusts himself off, and goes, "Now look here for 1 minute. I am not your minion. I am not your friend. I do not care about your science, and I am leaving." And he starts to head for the door.
So do the rest of us see,
Yes, you do.
Can
great. It's the crazy pony from last night.
Powder Keg, you notice as you turn to walk out that a large contingent of armed guards has been following your group the whole time, is basically watching your every move.
Oh, great! It's the crazy pony from last night. Bounce over to him.
Well,
Blown up bar, woke up in an alleyway,
you did kind of blow the place up a little.
doctor calling me his minion. Did I get drunk last night?
Yes,
You
but
got-
I have no idea what
One way of
There
putting
you
it, yes.
the Bobo Donkey is about.
Please tell me I didn't say the dumb, mostly drunk thing.
You did
Oh.
say something about that. We kind of got an argument about it.
Ain't that just peachy keen?
If it's any consolation, the argument actually took longer than the blowing stuff up.
I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
I'm not sure if it's a true thing or not, but it's funny enough, I'll let it slide.
That bar looks like it's not seen the best of days. And
It was fine until last night.
yeah,
My-
I imagine.
Although that huge big chunk out of the counter, that was me.
You are indeed an impressive lab assistant, my minion. Javolt, ruffles Flotsam's mane.
Powder Keg, who is this guy and is he drunk too?
I have no idea. I just know I woke up in an alleyway, and he said I was his minion, and I said I wasn't, and he dragged me here.
So, what is your deal? Tempered Steel says that to Dr. Javolt.
Javolt.
Javart.
Javolt. And Masterweaver, I'd like to just give you a couple of notes. You have also been asked to leave town first thing in the morning, and I would like you to come up with a why.
That should not be very
The
difficult.
reason involves 3 house cats, a Tesla coil, an exploded warehouse, and lots of algae. That's what the reason involves. Do you want me to
Sounds
go
like
into further detail?
Then
I
comes
think
the
typical
tree.
Friday night.
Do you still have the cats?
Okay, I
Mr.
think that
Fluffy is
that
dead.
will be enough. So for now, you're united by circumstance.
Indeed.
The guards are waiting
So,
for you
my
to.
minions, what shall we purchase?
Okay, so each of you has about 200 non-combat bits, and because of your actions
Bits
last
or
night and
caps?
your reputation, caps, yes, caps. Because of your reputation from last night, prices are a little inflated. Basically, you can buy just about any of the items that are in the consolidation dock. I believe I posted it in the chat. But each of them is going to cost 100 bits. Caps. Caps. I'm going to need to change my mental vocabulary there.
Alright.
Ken, I would like to have Tempered Steel try to use his persuasion to try and convince Sellout to lower prices.
Sellout is like, well,
Well,
I as much as I don't want to refuse a customer's always right, but the mayor specifically said that I should raise my prices for you. You know, help with the bar and whatnot. But feel free to use persuasion. What are you going to say to him?
Can I back him up or give him a boost by standing by him and looking at Sellout with very wide, innocent eyes?
Sure.
Just say, please.
Alright, so, I'll let you roll a supporting persuasion check, but, the onus is still on Tempered Steel to
Of course.
to say what he's going to say.
I will assist the check by hiding behind a store counter. So he can't see me.
You can hide your body, but unfortunately you can't hide your reputation. So that has no effect, I'm afraid.
okay. Let me think. How do I want to phrase this?
Well, what's your approach to convincing the shopkeep to lower his prices for you?
The main thing I'm going to be going with is that trying to convince him that if he helps us out now and all that, it might pay off for him later if we survive and come back, where we'll be more likely to, more likely to spend more money there later. Plus, it'll mean if we have more money to buy more things now, mean we'll be more likely to survive in our quest and bring back money to spend in his store.
So convince him we're going to become repeat customers?
It could be argued that way.
There are a
Fair
couple
enough.
of problems with that. One, there's a 50-50 chance you'll just die in Dragon's Maw. And two, no one's come back with any significant Dragon's Treasure in about 8 years. So it still looks very unlikely that you will.
May I try something?
Can I threaten grenade?
Yes, because that'll
If you do... Okay, first, Dr. Javolt, what's your approach?
My approach, I've got a utility talent here that I've labeled Maniac's Cackle. So, Javolt lets out this crazy laugh and says, "Surely you wouldn't stand in the way of science," and he sticks his face right into Sellout's face, and he wears his claw as though he's about to experiment right on Sellout.
Can Tempered Steel grab onto the crazy robo pony, the crazy robo donkey, and pull him away? Like, trying to...
As you get dangerously close to Sellout, you hear a bunch of as all the guards outside behind you get their guns ready.
TPK.
It's no TPK if the rest of us can talk away out of it.
You can grab Dr. Javolt and pull him
Yeah.
back.
He will pick him up and hold him as far away from Sellout as he can. I want to say sorry about that.
So now you've pretty thoroughly scared Sellout. He will still provide supplies to you, but your chances of getting him to lower his prices have diminished somewhat.
So
Thanks, Dr. Javolt.
You are quite welcome, incompetent fool.
That was not an in-character, thanks, Dr. Javolt.
So is
Dr. Javolt can hear the players.
Take a roll at this
No,
point.
I'm kidding.
What is it?
Probably not at this point, I'm afraid.
Alright, so I think honestly, the more time we spend in here, the less time we spend out in the wasteland fighting raiders and dragons. when we find them. And so I'm just gonna buy 2 things of Radaway and be on my way.
Okay,
Alright.
and Tempered Steel is going to buy 1 rad safe and 1 rad away.
Alright.
May I
would
buy...
buy...
Sorry, go ahead, you.
Flotsam? No, Flotsam, you go.
Can I please buy a medical bandage and a healing potion, please?
You may.
Cool.
I will pick up 1 healing potion and 1 tin of Mintols.
A healing potion and Mintols. Okay.
I will take Radaway and a healing potion.
Alright.
And Firelight will do something.
Firelight should probably grab a Radaway and a healing potion.
Yes, he will do that.
Okay then.
So now your supply of non-combat caps have been drained.
Come, my
Alright.
minions.
You'll have
we must be
you'll
off.
have to loot for more out in the wasteland.
What is your
Here's the
problem?
thing. Because of how this works, I'm going to travel with you. But if you call me your minion one more time, there will be a grenade in your mouth, and the pin will not be with its friend.
And I...
Would you prefer I called you incompetent fool?
I would prefer you called me Powder Keg,
Why?
because that's my name.
Carney.
It is a rather strange name, if I do say so myself.
Yeah,
Well,
well,
what's your name?
I am Dr. Javolt.
he's insane.
Yeah, I gathered.
Is he a real doctor?
If I had to guess, I would say no.
I have a doctorate. He actually pulls out a doctorate. It's an actual
Uh-huh.
doctorate.
Oh my
Yes,
gosh, he
but
carries
who is it
on him.
addressed to?
It's a Dude,
Oh, boy, it's fun.
it's an electrical engineering and chemistry doctorate. He has both of those.
There's just one flaw in your argument. There are no known colleges in the wasteland.
There's the Twilight Society, but that's about it, and that's not a university either.
Yeah,
Some-
I don't really know what a doctorate is, but you don't seem like no doctor to me. You just seem like a donkey who got hit in the head way too hard. Or maybe you're jacked up on all kinds of cans. I can't tell.
Now, I'd be shaking more if he was on cans.
It's true, you would.
It's true.
Unless he's vibrating so fast that he looks like he's staying still. Lots of
Perhaps we
respect.
should experiment with that, my lab assistants.
How about no?
Perhaps
Ooh, I
perhaps
volunteer
you
to
guys
photo-
should get going, says one of the guards.
Yeah, I
Very
like
well.
that.
Come, my minions, all of you. Dr. Javolt
What did I
trots
say
off.
about calling me a friggin' minion?
And then
Powder?
Tempered
You
Steel...
said you
Powder?
agreed to this thing.
Tempered
I
Steel
did not.
Tempered Steel is going to give Dr. Javolt a dope slap, lightly upside the head.
You do that.
Dr.
Oh,
Javolt
wow.
just looks at him with his frozen smile.
Zenkon
And
glances
he cannot
over it.
stop smiling.
Zenkon
y'all
glances over Powder Keg and is just like, leave it. Leave it. Don't worry. The waste will finish him off, and then he'll be ours.
And then Tempered Steel is going to quickly make for the exit of the town, just to get away from Dr. Javolt.
Yeah,
Who's
Powder
coming
Keg's
with
gonna
him?
follow.
Dr. Javolt
Flotsam is close on his heels.
trying to lead the
Yeah.
group.
And probably failing, because leader's not much good if no one respects the leader.
So, as we're all walking out of town, so I vaguely recall all you, but, I don't know any of y'all names, and, I don't really know y'all, so, if we gonna be traveling together, I'd like to know who I'm with.
Well,
I've
you
got
already
some-
know me. I'm sorry.
And I will be blowing things up for you.
Zenkon, I'm a scholar of sorts.
Ooh, a fellow scholar. We are going to have such fun together.
Fun
You
may
have-
not actually happen.
You know, Javolt, you have a real habit of getting on people's nerves, you know that?
It's all in the name of science.
I'm just gonna say,
Really?
Masterweaver, you'd better find a way to get along with these ponies and fast, or this is gonna... we're gonna this is going to be a very slow campaign as we stop every 5 minutes to rationalize a reason why none of the other party members kill you.
So yeah, who are you, Minotaur?
I'm known as Tempered Steel.
Oh, I believe I've heard of you, actually.
What? Okay, this is new for me.
How's that
Well,
possible?
There were these 3 gentle ponies that I met. They said that a madman was chasing after them. A madman who was a Minotaur.
Tempered Steel has this really cool hammer that he can shoot lightning out of. Can you shoot lightning out of it now, Tempered
The
Steel?
raiders from the practice session?
Well, that'd be an interesting turn of events.
So, I think,
I mean, we never did kill them.
I think this guy might be very, very delusional.
Oh, that was never in question.
Well, I did chase after some raiders yesterday, so it's...
Oh,
not-
were they raiders?
Yes.
I'll
There's
tell you
no
what, I
purpose
hate
of
raiders.
trying to kill me.
Oh, we know. We know how you feel about raiders.
Oh, is that why I blew up the bar?
Yeah,
Something to do with it, yes.
I did blow
Oh.
up some of it.
Well, now that's just wonderful.
Young Philly, did you make those explosives yourself?
This one, yes. This one scavenged. This one bought. I won't bore you. I made a couple of them.
Wow, they are all very high quality. You should be proud of yourself.
Oh, I am.
Now, you want to
Yes.
explain why a little filly like you is carrying around a bunch of bombs?
Well, you're carrying around a bunch of bombs.
Yeah, I'm an adult.
Why does that
Yeah.
matter?
As much as I hate to interrupt this lovely conversation, and that's not sarcasm, I think this is great, you have arrived at the gate leading to Flametongue Pass, which is currently closed, and the guards are opening it for you.
Look, a distraction.
Well,
I hop towards the gate.
look, Philip, how do you treat those bombs?
From what I've seen,
Well, I
she
don't.
probably treats them better than you.
Well, now, that's an unfair assumption. I was drunk last night.
Yes, and she wasn't.
Well, yeah.
Dad
Yeah.
won't let me drink.
That is why she is the lab assistant and you are the incompetent fool.
I swear I am going to put a grenade in your mouth if you do not shut up.
And I
I've
will not
survived
be
explosions
inclined to try
before.
and stop him.
Masterweaver, I'm
Again, if you kill him, just make sure I get the head so I can torture him later.
I'm not obligated to protect you from your fellow players. I just want to remind you.
Alright.
There is not
And
a
believe me, I am a cruel son of a bitch.
I went to a lot of trouble to whittle down to use 6, but I have no qualms about letting you die if you do dumb things.
and being a jerk to your party is a very
I'm
easy
sorry.
thing.
I'm trying to be in character here.
I understand.
Well,
just
there's
try and steer Dr. Javolt towards a state where this session I think it's fine, but I think as we go on you're going to need to find a way to coexist.
This may be Fallout Equestria, but it's still Equestria. We all have to become Happy Land Fun Time friends by the end of this.
There's a fine line.
If albeit especially angsty happy fun time friends.
Angst Squad, go! Let's go mope about our problems, gentlemen.
Gentle ponies, yes.
Anyway,
Okay. So the gate's open, the guards usher you through and close the gate behind you, and what stretches beyond is a great mountain pass, kind of a canyon path with, great rock spires on all sides, in the shape of, gigantic fangs just stretching up to the sky on the left and right.
So do you think if anyone's trying to ambush us, they'll hit us from the front or from the back?
Probably from up top.
Yeah, so you can see there are, every so often they're kind of narrow, dangerous but narrow, pathways along the top and to the sides.
Newbiespud,
Yes.
remembering the incident with the Earth Pony from last session, Flotsam is a tiny bit anxious about, being booby-trapped again, so can I make a perception check just to make sure we're not going to walk into any mines?
I can assume that you're passively basically taking 10 on perception
Sure.
as
Cool.
you're going through, and I will keep that in mind, and I will let you know if you notice anything.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
Alright.
Well, that would probably mean she'd be up front, right?
God, yes.
Probably her and... Well, I'm thinking if we put Flotsam and Powder up front, Zarkon sort of...
I
Okay.
imagine Powder would walk
up.
near the front.
Yeah.
Alright, in that case, Tempered Steel is going to take up the rear, so that
The path is more the canyon path is more than wide enough for all of you to walk in a horizontal line if you like.
Okay.
There's no need for a pecking order.
Well, no, Tempered Steel's going to walk in back so that if anyone tries to ambush them from behind, they'll have to go through Tempered Steel first.
Fair enough.
So my
So no, it's not
minion.
pecking order, it's a matter of, if anyone's going to
Keeping yourself
ambush.
alive.
Yes, it's a matter of,
Uh,
it's strategic thinking.
I'll stick in back with, Tempered then. Keep an eye on everyone.
Yeah. Javolt takes the center and addresses everyone. So, my minions, though I am in pursuit of science, I wish to be a fair master.
You to keep calling us your minions, someone is going to hurt you.
I wish to know what you all wish to achieve so I can help you achieve it through the goal of science.
Study materials. As many books as I can get my hands on and dead dragons.
I'll tell you right now, my only goal is putting this grenade right here in your mouth. No pin.
I'm kind of curious about why everyone wants to go in here.
Tempered Steel is
You're basically walking along the path as you're chatting.
Tempered Steel is going to refrain from answering Dr. Javolt's question.
Now look, Javolt, I don't mean to kill no pony that ain't no raider, but if you you say that I'm your minion one more time, this grenade, right here, I'm holding it up with my magic.
You are.
It's
Yes.
in your mouth. No pin.
I'm just
Boom. You're dead.
looking enviously at the grenade. You know, I can,
You know what?
I can hang on
I'm
to
writing
those
your name
for
on
you.
it right now. Writing your name. See right here? It says Dr. Javolt. And if you
You
continue to
misspelled
call me
Javolt.
minion,
No,
You
he-
misspelled
I don't care what I spelled it like. You're gonna die if you call me your minion one more time.
Powder Keg, you gotta think more about this, 'cause see, that'd be a waste of a really good grenade, and if you let your temper get away with you again, you're gonna have, no ammunition. You should just give your grenades to me to hold on to.
Agree
That
with
sounds
my
like
lab
a
assistant.
terrible idea.
She is...
I'm torn.
Dr. Javolt, such a polarizing character.
Tell you what, let's let Flotsam keep, I walk over to Powder. Let's let Flotsam keep some of your arsenal, and you keep going to Volt's name on it in case we need it.
Yeah, let me tell you something. These bombs, they're mine, and you can take them from my cold dead hooves.
Is that a
You're-
challenge?
Okay.
You're
I'll bear
not.
that in
You're not.
mind.
You're not taking Powderkeg's arsenal, Cuteless. It's not happening. Yes, he's dangerous, but you need that.
So if you do not wish me to call you my minion, what do you wish me to call you?
Powder keg.
That sounds like an insult to me. I do not wish to insult you.
Well, would you rather insult him, or would you rather get blown up by him?
My name is not an insult. It's my name.
Huh. Dr. Javolt looks warily at Powder Keg and turns away.
Powder keg is going to reluctantly, very reluctantly, put the grenade back on his belt.
But now it has Dr. Javolt's name.
Yes, it does.
Oh, that is a resolution.
It's got your name on it. Don't think he won't use it.
Literally has your name on it. I love it.
It's misspelled.
Yes,
It's the thought that counts.
He accidentally spelled it Jevalt.
Javolt. Javolt.
Oh, you didn't spell it Javert? Poor shame.
So, like, that's Javalt?
It's spelled
No, like Gevalt. Javolt.
Okay.
G, apparently.
Okay. The path comes to a sort of steep cliff with what appear to be dragon bones sticking out of it.
Awesome. I take one for my collection.
You do
How many-
pick up a small dragon tooth.
Alright.
Is the cliff, is that the way forward, or are there other pathways around it?
It's only the one way forward.
Just you wait. That dragon tooth will become the ultimate Chekhov's gun. It will be so important later. You won't even know.
Especially now you said that to the GM.
Oh
Dr.
yes, especially
Javolt
now.
has
It's guaranteed to happen.
Dr. Javolt has spent some time talking to Flotsam about her bomb production methods.
I'm just
Is it-
gabbling away happily about it.
Is it possible to look and see if there are any ways other than straight up?
No, it's a downward cliff.
Oh, downward cliff.
Yes.
Okay. How far down is it?
It's about, I'd say vertically it's about a couple of stories. It's not impossible to climb down. It's just you need to be careful not to slip and roll down the hill.
Oh,
Okay.
I have something for that.
Oh,
Yeah, I have levitation pads.
Oh, right, yeah.
what talent is that? Mapped to?
It's a
Stepping stones.
stepping stones for enchantment, yeah.
I have something even better. I have create crazy contraption.
It's being just suggested to me that tempered steel could just drop straight down.
Yes, but can I
That
roll...
sounds like a terrible idea. I'm going to build.
Yeah,
Let's see.
I'm not
Let's
so
see.
keen on that either.
Create crazy contraption. That is that a magic point skill or?
Yes.
And stepping stones. What's the restriction on that?
Stepping stones is...
Is that a per day or I don't know? Does that
yeah,
actually
it's
look
3
like
per day.
Okay.
Actually, it's enchanting, that's 3 per day, but stepping stones is one of the options.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
So let's see. It can be
Lots of
20
them to
feet
fly
on
down.
any given side. So, can I create a crazy contraption, cliff something that has like tough wheels that can grapple into the cliff and take me down? Like a platform with like a wheel setup that can get it down the cliff safely.
As a group consensus, would you rather go with the stepping stones approach or the crazy contraption approach?
Well,
Stepping stones.
stepping stones are basically just up and down. I mean, just walking like that, right?
Pretty
And
much.
the crazy contraption can do a lot more other things.
Of course, my most common use for create crazy contraption is create crazy contraption 20-foot wide pack of TNT, non-combat, of course.
Of course.
I'm actually inclined to think that the stepping stones are probably the better option.
But we'll
Dr.
still
Javolt-
probably have to roll athletics checks.
Yeah,
Unless
because
you
you've got 8 discs that are about a meter in diameter.
Alternatively, could you create that explosives to blow up a path down?
That
Yeah,
would be very imprecise.
Blowing off.
That probably wouldn't. Explosives
Dr.
are not
Javolt.
a good replacement for, construction equipment.
Lies.
Kind of the opposite.
Oh.
Well, it wouldn't be so much constructing something as destructing the cliff.
Yeah, into a much worse cliff
Fair enough.
with even less stability and structure.
Yeah.
Instead,
Yes?
can I roll perception to look around at the sort of dragon bones, looking for skulls or any, like, bigger...
It's
bones
a
and
fairly large skeleton, and it's half submerged. Most of the bones are too big to carry, or half buried into the cliffside. The
Fair
smallest ones you can pick up are tiny tooth bones, tiny smaller wing bones, or
Ooh, can I grab some wing bones?
Yeah. I mean, they're the smaller bones of the wing. They're, like
Nope,
little
that's fine.
connectors.
Never know when they're gonna come in handy. How many of those can I grab?
3.
Sweet.
Can I use the dragon tooth as a lockpick?
It's a bit too large for that. Also,
Okay.
Dr. Javolt says he's just going ahead with the stepping stones.
Well,
The best way to do it would be to, I guess, arrange them, one after the other down the cliff so you can kind of
Yeah.
slide down to one, then to the next, and then to the next.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Alright.
well then. I guess we should roll our athletics checks.
Yes, athletics or acrobatics to basically determine, you can get down safely.
Just the one check, or are we doing multiple?
Just one check for each of you.
Flotsam wouldn't need to do that because she can just fly down. Wouldn't that be right?
Well, if acrobatics works, then that's much better than my athletics.
Or is that how flying works? Or
About Flotsam and flying, she's just a filly, and one of her wings is a little bit clipped. So I'm thinking that she'll probably be able to fly a bit, for flavoring, but I wouldn't bother having it affect the system. I'll just roll acrobatics or athletics like the rest of you. If that's okay with Newbiespud.
Flying, there's actually the basic rules on flying is that without taking, it's, flight school, stuff like that,
Yeah.
it affects,
It's kind of what I was thinking.
your, precision and bronze skills while flying, so you'd basically roll, acrobatics or athletics with a -5 penalty as you're flying.
Yeah, so what I'll probably do is just do what the others do, just kind of hop down.
Yes.
so it's a D20 plus our athletics or acrobatics.
Yes.
Yep.
22, 19, 24. Waiting on 2 more characters.
Please
Sorry.
don't anyone roll nat ones. It'll make me sad.
That would be Flotsam and Tempered Steel.
Tempted. Please don't roll a nat one. I don't want you to die yet.
I'm just gonna check to make absolutely certain there's no,
Oh no.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, why did you have to say that about nat ones? No.
Usually that makes it not happen.
Flotsam natural critically fails her acrobatics check and Tempered Steel just barely succeeds.
is it possible to catch Flotsam as she's
Yeah,
falling?
I want to try to catch
Powder Keg,
Flotsam.
you with the highest roll, you have an opportunity to grab Flotsam as she is rolling down the cliff out of control.
Whee!
Go Powder, we believe in you. And if you refuse to make the roll, we will make your life a living hell.
I suppose if I'm barely getting down myself, I can't do anything to assist.
Not that. No, it's Powder Keg with the highest,
Come on, Powder Keg.
and
We
that
believe
would
in you.
be that'd be either athletics or acrobatics again. Ooh, still good. Yes, Powder Keg snatches Flotsam off the cliff with his magic. Let's say.
Good job.
Well done, Powder.
Thank you.
You have rescued my lab assistant. You are now the security guard.
Oh, that's not
But
starting
not
up
that
again.
one.
Oh,
You are my personal security guard, and that's different.
That is an improvement, so you will not get the grenade this time, but seriously, I do not work for you.
Alright, so you're all able to get down the cliff safely, and the path continues onward.
So, wait. I understand that you, Javolt points at Zekar, you are looking for books. But what are the rest of you looking for?
Tempered Steel is going to look back up at the cliff. He's going to say, someone really ought to build a ladder or stairs or something on that thing. I
Now,
wouldn't be
you see,
surprised if a lot of...
Tempered Steel, you do notice that in the cliff there are indents and whatnot where it looks like some climbing equipment was used, but that equipment has since been removed from the cliffside.
I wonder how many people coming out here died just trying to get down that cliff.
I imagine are there bones around?
There are, yes.
I imagine by the
Ooh.
bones lying at our feet, quite a few.
Ooh,
Oh, hey,
can I-
Zenkarn! Bones.
Can I check the skeletons to see if any of them have been do show any obvious signs of falling damage?
You definitely see some impact damage. There's some blunt force trauma, skulls that have been impacted, broken limbs, stuff like that.
Do any of them have anything useful, supplies?
They have since been looted. You can tell that any possessions they might have had have already been removed.
But do they have tattered cloth?
There's nothing more than a few scraps left. That was also taken.
Is it possible to make a perception roll, see if they were carrying any caps that got missed?
Yes, you can.
Okay, so D20
You're going
plus
to find
7.
all 0 traps.
I got a 10.
You find, 5 caps.
Well, better than nothing.
That is true. Can I scavenge the area looking for complete sets of bones? I'm actually not just for zombies. I'm sort of interested in working out exactly how the falls killed them. If that makes sense. Like whether it was a head damage or punctured lungs or whatever.
I would love to indulge you, but you're asking me to give you a full-on autopsy, blow by blow.
Oh no, I just want the bone. Preferably a full set, because I can also use them to make zombie minions.
Well...
And it makes me feel better to be carrying them around. If not, that's fine.
Technically, you can find complete skeletons, but none in any sort of pristine state. All of them have pretty significant damage, both to the limbs and to the torso.
Fair enough.
Technically all the bones are there, but many of them are broken or shattered.
Security chief.
Yeah, what's with the bone collection?
Oh, well,
Zenkai collects bones.
I was, studying.
I am perfectly fine with my biochemist collecting bones.
Oh, I studied Death in the Wasteland because
Because he is a biochemist.
I believe that I can use it to help people. Yeah, that'll do. Apparently it's stupid enough to believe that.
That too.
Yeah, before you say we're stupid, you might want to check that you're not saying it out loud.
Yeah, you said that out loud.
Do you want a grenade with your name on it too?
That is actually a very good idea. Let us all have personalized grenades. Lab assistant, get on that.
I'm perfectly happy to not have a grenade with my name on it.
Casual racism for the win.
So, does Zenkarn get away with not saying what his trait actually is, or not?
Javolt doesn't care.
I think you're hiding something, but I don't really care what you're doing with dead bodies, just so long as, I'm not involved.
Alright then.
My business is my business, your business is yours, and I promise that it'll continue to work like that.
Timber Steel's not going to press him on it anymore, but he is going to keep a close eye on Zenkarn.
Dr. Javolt is distracted by something. He goes off on a rant on science.
Excellent.
Alrighty then.
I look at Flotsam, and I make I make a sort of shush gesture.
By the way, does any of us have a Pip-Boy? I mean Pip-Buck.
No, none of you have the, Stapletech Pip-Buck, no.
One of us have been in the vaults, I guess.
Well, no, none of you do.
Yeah, I guess none of us really gave ourselves backstories that make sense for it.
Nope.
Yeah.
I could almost say that Dr. Javolt has one, but I don't know. I don't think you actually put it in your... if any one of you was most like...
He took it apart.
Ah, yes, there we go. I figured, I knew there was one somewhere in the story, but... Alright. Yes, so... Flotsam.
Yeah.
You said at the start that you wanted to be basically checking for traps and whatnot, using your perception.
Yes, please.
You notice, as you're walking along some particularly large rocks, that one of the bigger rocks seems to have changed position slightly.
I kind of wave my hoof back at the others and go, guys, rock monster.
Rock monster?
Flotsam, is this another one of
very
your
dangerous
stories again?
Are there any loose rocks nearby that tempered steel could throw at the two big ones to test it?
There are.
Alright? Guys, stand back. I'm gonna test this thing.
Wait.
No, you
I
anger
have a
the
better
rock
idea.
monster.
I have a better idea. We test with... Powder throws a grenade at the rock.
Oh god. I mean,
Wait, isn't
Celestia.
Flotsam near that rock?
No, she's
Yeah,
not.
how close am I to the rock?
So which of these things actually happen? Because there's about 3 of them.
Okay, first of all, how close are my allies to the rock?
Flotsam is probably the closest. The rest of the group is generally further away.
Alright, is it possible for me to throw a grenade to the area right behind the rock?
It is.
Would I be rolling a check for that, or would that count as just using one of my combat talents?
I think out of combat to initiate it, I would ask for a skill check. Yes, that would be, probably precision?
Just flat precision attribute?
Yeah, flat precision.
Alright, that's a 10 bonus.
It's going to be in that one, isn't it?
Nope, he's a boss.
Well,
I take that back.
19, hashtag this can't possibly go wrong.
Yes, of course, it can't. This is Powder Keg we're talking about. Nothing ever goes wrong when he throws a grenade.
Raise up.
No comments.
You're a little bit short. Your grenade lands, just bounces off the back of the rock. So it almost cleared it. And after it, tinks off the, rock, the, rock starts to move, starts to uncoil.
I did pull the pin on that, so it is going to explode.
It is going to explode. And the grenade explodes behind this thing as it unfurls and reveals itself to be a crocodile. This
Nice.
crocodile made of this stone.
Do I get to roll damage on that?
Yes, roll me 2d8.
Oh, should I be using one of my combat talents instead, or just 2d8?
Just give me 2d8.
Alright.
Well done, Pony. Well done. Flotsam, you can have the next rock monster we find as a pet. Promise.
Okay.
7 damage. And I
Yep.
would like for you all to roll for initiative.
Oh yeah.
Yay!
That would be 1d20 plus...
1d20, just, no stat-based modifiers, just the 1d20.
Okay.
Well, I'm going last.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Don't think of it that way. You're just not going first.
That is certainly a succinct way of putting it.
Powder Keg has, again, kind of taken the lead. Yeesh.
Well,
Powder Keg's been rolling pretty damn well this session.
Tempered Steel got a 19, so he's going first, actually.
Oh, yes, it is, isn't it? Okay. It helps when you guys, when you tag the rolls. Let's see, yes.
Sorry.
No problem.
So,
So 3 and 6, that, does that account for everybody? No, I believe one of...
Firelight.
Oh, okay, yes, that is, so that's Zenkarn with the 9.
oh, by the way, this brings up an interesting thing. Are you going to be keeping tabs on my explosives? Like, am I going to run out?
I was wondering the same thing, actually.
This is why I have an electro kit.
Yeah, it's why I've been sort of asking
I'm assuming that going into this, you're fully stocked, which is to say you've got a decent handful of grenades, but, if you abuse that too much, I will say that you're running out.
Alright, so
I'm not gonna be too strict on it because, grenades are so essential to your 2 characters. And it is a tool that I'm sure you would always want to make sure you have a lot of.
Alright.
Plus, I figure we'll probably look out for more materials to make more bombs while we're out in the wastes, or at least I will.
We can be the bomb maker team. Yes, me and Flotsam, making bombs for the good of the wasteland, and also so raiders' heads get blown off.
Yep.
Now, if I remember correctly in the rules, you can swap out one ability you have for an ability you didn't take into battle, right?
Yes, that would be minor action to do that. Yes.
Okay.
All right, so initiative order. Posting in the chat.
Alright, and should I post the abilities I'm taking into the chat, or just make note of them myself?
Make note of them yourself. I'm not gonna be double checking too hard, but I'm almost certain that someone in the chat will.
It's fine. That's what spellbook's for, so I don't have to choose.
Alright. So, Tempered Steel.
Now, can I hold an attack and make it later, or would I just have to skip it if I chose not to now?
You can delay your place in the initiative
You've
order.
got the crocodile aim twice, and no firelight.
Oh, yes. The crocodile is going twice. He is getting 2 moves.
Oh god.
Oh
And
my.
you're right, I did not roll for Firelight. I'm not entirely certain I want to...
Do you want
me
one of
to
us
play
him,
for
or-
Firelight?
Well, normally I wouldn't ask the DM to do that, but he is our only healer.
That's true.
Do you want, like, Lyntermas or someone to jump in and just do combat?
Yes, we do have a ring of spectators, don't we? Does one of you have a decent microphone and desire to run Firelight for a combat encounter?
Jaro, you do it.
Anything you try to say in combat, in character, will be non-canon.
And will be used against you at a later date.
Lyntermas.
Hey guys,
Hello.
Is that you, Lyntermas?
that's me.
Alright,
It's a top hat.
go ahead, are you in the rolls room?
1 sec, I'll get there.
I'm just gonna roll initiative for you. 6. Which puts
Still better than
you,
Flotsam.
which ties you with Dr. Javolt. Would you like to go before or after the two of you?
I will go after so I can have time to look at his stuff and all that jazz.
Alright, so Firelight is now accounted for, and let's begin this combat.
So,
So, Tempered Steel, you are up.
And the thing looks angry, correct?
Oh yes, it just got, if there was very loud noise, it got, hit by sharp, pieces of metal. I mean, it's rock, so it's got a little bit of resistance, but,
It woke up to grenade.
it woke up to grenade. It's not happy.
Alright. Tempered Steel. First he is going to say to, Powder Keg, if this thing kills us, I'm going to kill you in the afterlife too.
Nice.
Alright.
Well, you see,
And then before Powder Keg can respond, he is going to rush forward and hit the crocodile with a, Justice Strike.
Alright. And because we're starting out, when you use your combat talent, please remind me what the effects are.
Oh, yes.
Because I'd rather not, look it up and
Yeah.
double check you all the time.
Justice Strike, aka Armor Pierce. Deal 1d6 damage to target creature, and that creature suffers vulnerability 1. Save ends.
Ooh, okay then.
For a 3.
3 damage, alright. And, do you say that save ends on the vulnerability?
Yes, save ends.
Alright. And that's your turn. Powder Keg, you are up.
alright, so I'm gonna lead in with my C4.
Of
from the
course,
Wand of
your
Fireballs.
classic, opening move.
Yeah, just once per battle, might as well.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's gonna do a whopping 11 damage.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's actually about average on 2d10, so not that great.
Better than 2 1s. Better than what it
is.
could be.
Wait, hold on a second, let me check what that was. No, it was not a 10 and a 1, so I did not crit.
Alright. And that's 11 damage. Okay.
Alright.
Well, 11, then plus 1 for the vulnerability, right?
But there's also stuff being taken off for resist, so we have no idea how much actual damage I did.
Well,
that is true.
base damage before... Well, wait, no, vulnerability, that wouldn't be base damage.
Vuln is applied after resist,
Okay.
such that
Uh,
if an enemy has resistance enough that you can't hit through its resistance, the Vuln will not proc.
so, quick question. On the special move, if a special move says deal D10 and you manage to roll 10 on
Yep,
the special
you get
move,
to
do you...
activate your special move again. Every time you
Okay.
crit on anything, you just activate your special move.
It's
Alright.
pretty great.
It's why, wasn't Reaper prepared? There was one that was ridiculously broken, because it was basically just like roll D8, roll D10, roll D12, and you could essentially just spam your special move forever.
A crit,
if you were
a
lucky
crit
enough.
that
Actually,
inherently went crit fishing.
That's,
Yeah.
that's what Dan did.
Oh, he did it with a bunch
Still
of talents. It was insane, yeah.
Yeah, no, he's still critting. Still critting. To this day.
Alright,
What?
it's the crocodile's turn.
Oh god.
The crocodile.
Fun.
The crocodile now has been annoyed by the hammer strikes and the grenade and the C4. Just lets out this massive roar that rings in your ears. Let's see. It's going to be centered on Powder Keg Natch
Awesome.
for not a great deal of damage, 2 damage, but you, Tempered Steel, and Zenkarn are all dazed.
Cool, I don't use minor
Oh.
actions anyway.
All those minor actions I can no longer do.
That's something we make a saving roll on.
Yes, it's save
Yeah.
ends. Dazed save ends.
Cool.
So dazed means they can't do minor
You
actions.
can only
right?
take 1 action per round, yes. And I
Oh.
believe it prevents you from doing interrupts as well.
I can't remember.
Yes, it
does that
does.
include free actions?
Yes, it does. If
Yes,
you
it
use a
does.
free action on your turn, you will not be
Okay.
able to do anything.
Yes, only one. You can only take 1 action while you are dazed.
Yeah, sure.
That's fine.
And with his
Is-
second turn,
Question is the day's save ends or until...
save ends, yes.
Sevens,
Alright.
yeah.
I believe I said that already.
Mhm.
And then with his second turn, still moving fast, he he lunges at Dr. Javolt and with these great rocky teeth just gouges into him. Dealing. You take 6 damage, and you have 3 ongoing damage.
So what does that mean exactly?
It means at the start of your turn, you take an additional 3 damage, and it save ends.
Okay.
Ongoing 3 damage save ends.
Alright.
It is Zenkarn.
Woohoo! Now I get to sit here and go, crap, I'm dazed, what do I do? I will use Call to Arms and use my free action to conjure my Necro Scythe.
Natch.
Holding it.
And I will end.
Yep, that is your entire turn. So
Pulling a scythe out of my saddlebags, because it got stuck.
Well, you have to unfold it, so.
No, it's not that it got stuck. It's that you spent so long fumbling through the bags because you're dazed.
Bone, scythe! Yay!
bone
Let this be a
scythe,
lesson.
wait.
Don't keep so many bones in your bag.
Dr. Javolt, it is your turn.
Alright.
You take 3 damage at the start of your turn.
Oh joy. Well, I see no reason to do. I'm going with Crit Fisher, which I do have.
I trust that you do.
That gives me 3 energy, and I get to roll 2 dice of my choosing. So I'm going to roll a D8 and a D10. So let me see if that rolls.
Ah yes, Zenkarn, you should probably roll to save against daze.
Okay, apparently I didn't crit, so I get nothing.
Alright, we still get the energy from the town,
Yeah,
so.
I got the energy.
So I imagine you're probably building up to something pretty impressive.
Yep.
Awesome, yes, Zenkarn saves against being dazed.
Hooray!
Alright, Dr. Javolt, roll to save against ongoing damage.
That's 1d10.
That is a 1d20.
Okay. Does that save?
Yeah. Yes, it does. If it's 10 or above.
Okay.
Alright, and now I believe it is Firelight's turn.
It is.
So, guys, do you think I should just try, healing up Dr. Javolt, or should I do damage and give, probably Flotsam temp HP so that she gets an extra resist?
Well,
I'm not
if-
hurting for anything.
are you able to do something that'll help Dr. Javolt's ongoing, or did he save
He
against that?
saved.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I've lost 9 points, so.
Well,
So
you're
I
not-
got healing cell that heals up 1d10 plus 2, so.
Go ahead and use that.
Alrighty. So
Yeah,
I'll
that's
copy it into the chat just so that I'm not making stuff up off the top of my head. I think everyone's, so from what I can recall, it's that, Powder Cake's taken 2 damage and Javolt's taken whatever it is. Yeah, there we go. So now I will roll 1d10 plus 2. 6.
Alright.
So I get 6 points back then?
Yes,
Yeah.
you do. You heal for 6 points.
Ooh. Oh, wait. Let's see. Okay.
And I get 2 more pips. Yay!
Alright. Flotsam, it is your turn.
I would like to use one of my bottle cap mines, if that's okay. which are actually fire mines, just reflavored. Which is twice per battle you may spend 2 pips to place a mine, either near myself or an ally, and the next time the creature makes a single target attack against that chosen creature, it'll get damaged.
Ooh, nice.
Would that be okay to do, you guys?
Seems to have it out for Javolt, so.
Well, I mean, it actually seems to have it out for me and Javolt, but, I mean, I'm throwing bombs at it, so I imagine it'll be more enraged by me, so...
I was also thinking that Tempered Steel might put himself in the line of fire since he keeps charging the darn thing. So one of those three.
I could do something like that, especially if I wind up, making my saving roll.
So place your mine where you like, Flotsam.
If you guys have no objection, I'm gonna put it by Tempered Steel.
I think that is an excellent choice.
Cool.
So Tempered Steel is now mined. Strange.
It's okay. It won't blow you up much.
Okay. But provided I make the save, could I both use a minor utility and make the interrupt utility, or would that not be allowed?
That's fine, because the interrupt's on the enemy's turn, isn't it, Spud?
Interrupts, I think, happen before the enemy.
Either way, dazed prevents you from doing interrupts
right.
reactions.
Well, I'm saying if I manage to make the saving roll.
Oh, then yes, you would be able to do interrupts and reactions again.
Okay.
And you would be able to do them after doing a minor action in your turn. An interrupt or a reaction is it's like a free action, except that it's triggered by something, and you can only do it when that trigger is met.
Yes.
Alright.
Okay, then, Tempered Steel, you're up.
Okay, first saving roll.
Actually, no, you save at the end of your turn, not the beginning.
Yeah.
Oh. Well.
But
So
you will save
if you
at the
rolled
end
right
of the
now,
turn.
yeah.
But you are still dazed this turn. But you will be able to make the reaction.
Okay, well.
Alright, we'll say that's your saving roll.
But I can still only do one thing.
You can only do one thing this turn, yes.
Alright, I am going to use my, Emblem of Justice.
Okay, which is?
That is, a trinket, a reflavored Jenkins fried chicken. You may use the following combat talents twice per battle. For 1 energy, I, let out a taunting and idiotic shout. All enemies suffer a -5 penalty to damage on attacks that do not target you as an, no, if it's gonna target me anyway, I probably don't want to do that.
Well, the thing is, it's kind of one of those weird things where by doing that, you will, make it the crocodile more likely to attack you just from...
Well, if we're using the mine, and I'm going to use Defender, we're planning on it attacking me anyway.
Well, this discertifies it, so why not?
So... And if it does something idiotic like attacking someone else, then...
Actually, if we're going to make it attack me, then it'd probably be better to use my defensive fighting so that I get +2 to resist.
I guess.
True.
I mean, it really depends. Do you want +2 to resist, or do you want -5 to hitting you?
No, it's minus...
to it hitting anyone else.
That,
right.
If I'm targeted, it does not take the -5.
Right, no, I'm with you. Okay. Alright, sorry.
So,
that makes sense.
So, he'll, Tempered Steel will, use Tank Beats Everything to smash it for 2 damage and gain 2 till end of turn.
Resist 2 until end of turn, so...
Okay.
2 damage to the crocodile?
Yep.
It just kind of looks like it shrugs it off.
Alright, did it make a saving roll on that vulnerability?
Not,
Oh wait, it doesn't do that, well...
Not yet, no. So, I believe, with that all said and done, Powder Keg is up.
Well.
Alright, so this is gonna be one of those times where, Powder Keg is gonna get down and just, attack it with his hooves. He's gonna buck the thing.
Oh.
For 2d8.
Awesome. That's pretty badass.
And that's only gonna do 5. Alright.
Okay.
That's pretty lame. Now let's roll that saving throw.
That deals a decent amount of damage. So yes, save against...
And I am no longer dazed.
Alright, so no pony is dazed anymore. All right.
Yay.
So, before at the beginning of the crocodile's turn, it lets out this massive cry that echoes throughout the canyon. Doesn't affect any of you, but you notice that some of the smaller rocks around you are starting to shift and move, and they unfurl into smaller crocodiles, baby crocodiles.
Well,
that's not good.
Man.
And there's about
Blossom, I know Zenkarn promised you a pet, but you might want to wait until they are not all attacking us at once.
you can count 4 of them, and
Ouch.
they immediately spring into action.
Cool.
I'm
They're
so
so
torn
adorable.
All right. So the baby crocodiles start just snapping their jaws at different ponies. Their teeth aren't quite as sharp as the adult crocodile, but it's still just like sharp rocks that are biting into you. Tempered Steel, Zenkarn, Firelight, and Flotsam all take.
now. Good.
Tempered Steel takes 6 damage.
And does that activate the mine?
And it does activate the mine, which... Oh, right. Ah, yes, the mine would blow up in its face, dealing... it doesn't matter, it's a minion that has 1 HP, and that baby crocodile just explodes. So Tempered Steel takes no damage.
Infanticide.
Score!
So the rest of us take 6.
No. Zenkarn, you take 3. Firelight and Flotsam each take 8 damage.
Oh, good.
Ouch. Okay, I have a reaction attack that would basically kill this guy. Should I do that?
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, we're not going to say no.
Yeah.
Kill all the
alright.
things.
Here we go, 1 sec. That's an interrupt. So, equal damage back to it, it dies. And I take 8 damage. Does
Alright.
that hurt?
So, those were the baby crocodiles doing the magic, and then the adult crocodile, it sweeps its massive tail, just flinging a whole bunch of boulders and rocks in the direction of the entire party,
Oh joy.
hitting you all for some pretty significant damage.
Yay.
Yay.
Significant 1 damage each.
But we all managed to dodge, right?
Try 17 damage each.
Ouch.
God.
Wow.
No,
that thing's
that's
gonna
only
kill us
more
all.
than 1.
Is that before?
That's really fun.
Is that before or after the resistance, or does it get past?
That's before resistance.
So,
So, alright.
take 15.
However, that attack seemed to drain a lot out of it. So you think it'll be quite a while before it can, and all the rocks are in the area have been kind of knocked out of the way, so you don't think it'll be making that attack again anytime soon.
Now it's one per battle thing.
Or it's just an exorbitant amount of pips.
Well,
How many of
alright.
the baby
bloody.
crocodiles are left? Just out of curiosity. If any.
2.
2?
Yes, it's
Sweet.
2.
Oh, guys, should I do my, reaction equal damage back thing? Probably.
Let me think. Yes.
yeah.
He somehow manages to kick a boulder into its face.
Alright. So I'm down to 5 HP. And
Me too.
I've got 10.
Yeah, I've got 10.
I have 21.
Hush you. You have 21 damage.
How
Hell.
do you only take 9 damage from all that?
He starts
No,
with
no,
40.
no. I
Oh,
start
right,
with 40.
right.
He's a
You're
cheap
tough,
little...
right?
Anyway.
Anyway, alright,
I
so,
like being alive.
so that Firelight's Vengeance is mine attack. I forget, if you've already done a reaction in this round, can you still do it again, or?
You can.
Yes,
Okay,
provided it's another trigger.
Yes,
Yes.
so,
You can't activate it twice off the same trigger, but a different trigger.
so, holy crap, the crocodile takes that 17 damage in return as well. It got clumsy with the rock flinging in, someone just like bounced back and hit it itself, apparently.
Firelight was just so angry, he just, bucked it back and, it mangled his legs a little bit, but he just was able to launch it back at him.
So, Firelight is Chris Boulder Punch Redfield.
Sure.
No? No? Okay. Never
Now,
mind.
Anyway.
Alright, so the crocodile is actually bloodied.
Cool.
Alright.
It's got significant cracks in it.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright,
My go?
so Zenkarn it is your turn.
Sweet. Alright, so I'm gonna use Death Cyclone, because I know how well this went last time I used Death Cyclone.
Oh wait, if anyone, just a note, don't bother with the minions. I've got them on my turn.
Okay.
No, it's cool, I'm hitting everything anyway.
Okay.
It's fine, I do have a plan for it. How many, are both minions adjacent to it? Or only one?
It goes Crocodile, Minion.
Alright, so just the one.
So just attack a minion and it'll...
Oh yeah,
Kill.
that's a point. Yeah, I attack the middle minion, so then I sort of hit everything. Don't worry, I have a plan. It's all good. So yeah, it's 1d6 damage. 2. Like a boss. I need to stop using this ability.
Well, good news is minions only have 1 HP anyway, so they're
Yes.
And then I use a reaction utility
Oh?
called Soul Claimer, which allows me to gain 1d8 HP when I reduce a creature to 0 HP or less,
Cool.
which would be
down.
amazing.
Nice.
You're technically taking out 2.
I think I only get to activate it once.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, it is technically 2 different triggers. There's one minion falling to 0.
Well, it depends
the
if
other
you
one.
want to spend 2 pips or not.
Ah, that's true.
Yeah, I'd have to activate it twice, which I could do. Up to you, Spud. What do you say? I mean, if I can, I will.
Yeah,
If I
yeah,
can't,
go for it.
bother me. Alright, well, I'll spend 2 pips in that case. Do you want me to roll the 2d8 separately, or can I just roll 2d8?
1d8 and 1d8. Yeah. Or 2d, just 2d8 and count it, but yeah, whatever.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Alright. 2d8, 10, 7, 3, no crits, but 10 HP. I'm not gonna complain.
10 HP, yeah.
I'm done.
Not shabby.
So yeah, I run over to the minions and suck the essence out of them, then return back to where I'm standing.
Dr. Javolt.
Right. I'm going to use a minor utility, pair a spell, to switch out my Hyper Beam ability with my Electrocution ability, which I will then use on the big crocodile.
Oh boy. What kind of effect are we talking about?
Electrocution costs me 7 energy, and I deal 1d4 plus 1d6 plus 1d8 plus 1d10 plus 1d10
Holy crap. Yeah.
damage to the creature. So,
That's
right.
the damage crescendo. Oh boy.
I like the greater electrocution item.
Oh, that thing's
We'll
insane.
take with what we got. We'll take with what we got, I think. You know, one of them things.
so I could roll crit on any of these.
Well, on 3 of those.
3 of
Specifically.
them. Yeah.
It only counts for D8s, D10s, D12s. But
Go,
it's
Javolt.
still gonna be a
Believe in
big...
you.
See, I did not roll any crit, but I did do 18 damage.
Nice.
Nice.
It is not looking so hot.
Cool.
This crocodile is just not happy.
And I have no energy left, so.
Wait. Do any of us have kindness?
Firelight does.
Well,
Okay, this is the moment. Now that it's low on health, we make it passive, and then we pull out our Pokeball.
Yes. Yes.
Come on, doesn't Crocodile sound like a Pokemon?
It does
Yes.
very much sound like
Yeah.
Firelight should try to tame this thing with kindness.
Did anybody remember to buy any Pokeballs while we were back in town?
no.
Dang it, we forgot.
Well, the grenades are kind of
Javolt
safe,
cannot-
like-
I
Javolt
got
can
some
take
paralyzed
one.
heals.
We
He's
need
got-
to. I am determined. We are going to tame this Crocodile. We are going to make it our friend.
Okay.
Yes.
Well,
So
couple
let's
of
kindness it.
factors. Although I control Firelight in combat, I'm not sure I am authorized to use kindness for him as a character. B, I don't think that's a best idea.
Make one
Because-
hostile creature temporarily non-hostile. Target hostile creature is not hostile for the next 5 minutes or until something happens that would cause it to become hostile again.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
think...
going to remind you all that you just killed its babies.
Oh, come on, we only killed them a little bit.
Only a little bit.
Alright,
It's
so
still dead.
So what you're saying, this is more of a temporary adoption?
yeah.
A 5-minute adoption of sorts, yes.
What I meant is
And
that
by
we
adopt
the-
as in tenuous coexistence.
we
Yeah,
can
let's
use
just
the
kill it.
5 minutes to make it love us.
I would love to see you try and ultimately waste a magic point, but also see you try.
Alright, guys,
I am
If
pretty
you
fantastic.
want to, Lyntermas, you can make Firelight use his magic point to.
I am not
use time.
going to make Firelight spend point.
Once
you're no
again,
fun.
Firelight is the same player.
So, alright guys, I got a couple options. It's my turn, correct?
Dr. Javolt, actually.
Oh.
Wait, no, Dr. Javolt just wins.
Dr.
So yes,
Javolt
it is
did the
Firelight.
Yeah. Alright, guys, so I'm gonna just try killing this guy. Is that alright with you guys?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
As much
All
as
right.
that crocodile.
So,
I know, I feel for you.
first things first. The friggin' dog. Here we go. So first things first, I'm going to pull out my old world blade, which
Alright.
basically my next attack ignores resistance. I don't know why it does the big thing, but anyway, it's a really sharp sword, and then I imbue it with the energies of fire and just with fire because flavor. So it's Burning Slash, aka Fire and Ice, which does 1d10 damage to creature, and then 1d6 ongoing damage.
Oh boy.
Nice.
Just post that, so I'm not making this stuff up.
I trust
get-
you.
Yeah.
I don't.
I inherently trust most of you.
Oh,
Quote unquote, most.
I'll let that
Quote-unquote.
statement sit there and fester.
attack. So 1d10 attack, and it bypasses resistance.
Did you crit?
He did
Yeah.
regret
Oh, nice.
Nice.
So, let's see what Firelight's created. Or should I just roll the 1d6 to finish that guy off?
it. First, let's figure out how the crit resolves.
Alright, so let's see, what? Alright.
Firelight
so-
is rolling with the special move Wildfire, which on a 10, deal 1d12 damage to a random creature, then deal 1d10 damage to another random creature, then deal 1d8 damage to a third random creature.
Can I
You
just
can
add those
choose
guys up
not
because
to
we
do
only
that.
got one random creature to worry about?
Random creature includes allies and yourself.
So,
Oh.
how about we just not do the crit? You do have the option not to do it.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna refrain from the crit. Because
No,
there's-
do it. It'll be fine.
No, probability says he is more likely to hit one of us than the enemy.
5
don't-
HP. Right here.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, yeah,
So,
okay.
you
Considering
deal-
it's
you deal
creature
10
and not
damage.
enemy, yeah, I'm going
Roll-
to,
Roll a 1d6 for ongoing
1d6.
damage.
I'm just-
all one.
What?
I'm just gonna say right now that this battle has displayed has become even more like Pokemon because it has displayed the law of Pokemon crits, meaning that on an uncaught Pokemon, your chance of critting increases as its stage levels.
Technically, is this
So
a horde
very true.
battle since there's more than one?
Horde battle of Psyducks. The worst thing I've ever encountered.
That's very
No,
bad.
there's a worse one. Can't remember which one though.
So anyway,
Anything that uses sleep powder.
So, now, what's next?
So, Flotsam.
Now it is
Oh, right.
Flotsam's turn, I believe.
Flotsam is next.
Hello. Right, I'm gonna go for In the Face, which is the headshot move. Deal 1d6 damage to target creature. If I roll a 5 or a 6, treat the die roll as though it were twice the result. So Flotsam is just going to basically aim a grenade in between the cracks that are forming in the crocodile. So that is 1d6.
Rolled a 5,
Five.
so which means doubles, right?
So 10.
10 damage. Wow.
Hooray! I'm
Is
participating.
it still alive?
That very strategically placed grenade, practically on top of the crocodile skull, explodes it into pieces.
Heck yeah.
Awesome. Okay,
so I am-
so wait,
to,
are we talking about the whole crocodile or just the head exploded
hold
into
on.
pieces?
Hold on. We do have a choice that is usually in the system when killing enemies, and I'm not saying the crocodile should not be exploded, but I'm saying that we didn't kill the baby crocodiles with bombs, which means we could have just knocked them out. So I say we should do a heal check to revive one and raise it as our own.
Yes.
I
want
Two of
to-
them had
you
that
want
soul
Just
to-
killed
sucked
its
out.
mommy.
Just
We
saying.
have none of us has animal empathy, I don't think.
You want to pull your punch on... Yeah, one got blown up by a bottle cat mine, two got their souls harvested.
Yeah, I don't think.
But one just got hit.
But by, let's see, what's my revenge move called? Let's see. Together we burn. Yeah. I'm sure it's
So one
fine.
got set on fire.
Well, that one, they're rocks, so
No.
you could have pulled your punch on that.
Well,
Look, the babies are young enough that they can be trained.
alright, Powder Keg, here's the question. Would Powder Keg be willing to take the time and energy to raise a crocodile? He would have to roll the history checks to figure out what they eat, which is probably flesh, which we don't have.
Well, this is purely for Flotsam. Flotsam said she wanted a pet crocodile.
Well-
And
gonna be the
as
one
we
who
all
ends up
know,
with
whatever
Javolt
Flotsam
is
wants,
choice.
Flotsam must get.
I just love how Broken Logic says stuff it and give it to Flotsam as a teddy bear. But what would you stuff it with? Rocks, I guess.
Put it on the
Could
mantle.
but you're saying use the kindness check to try and tame it, so we can raise it?
Well, kind of
It's a
works for
baby.
5
We can
minutes.
just persuasion it to like us.
Oh,
Well,
this is
first you
gonna
have to
happen.
revive it, and then you have to convince it not to bite you immediately.
Which we could use the kindness check for, right?
It takes a
Assuming
magic
that we
point
don't
and
run
only
into
lasts
any
5
other
minutes.
hostile entities on the way
I,
to sleeping. Which is not a guaranteed thing in the Wastelands.
Well, I could roll a history check, see if it's like ever been done before. If you
Alright,
guys
so
really
in the
want to know.
aftermath of the battle, you notice that one of the baby crocodiles is still alive.
Oh god.
It's only
Alright.
been knocked out, not exploded or, soul reaped.
We're
You
such
suck
nice
out
ponies.
two things, souls, and suddenly you're the bad guy.
Yep.
Yeah,
I can't wait to see how horribly this backfires on us.
Yeah, Newbiespud, if you want to nix it, I won't blame you.
well, the question is, it's like, well, it's all, does Flotsam really want a pet crocodile anymore?
Yes.
You could always just wait a level and take the companion talent.
No.
Lyntermas, the combat is over. I would like it if you went back to spectatoring, if that's alright.
Understood.
Thank you,
Good.
Lyntermas, for your assistance.
Thank you.
A pleasure.
Yeah, thanks.
Good rest of the session, everybody.
Meow.
Alright, so, baby crocodile.
Oh,
Do you want it?
Yes.
wait, is it a...
It is
wait,
currently unconscious.
can I roll a history to find out more about them? Or would it be a streetwise check?
History, yeah. History would be what you want.
Not that it matters, my history and streetwise is the same thing.
Could I make an assistance roll to help him?
Yes, if it turns out to not be sufficient. And
I
it's
am
really
honestly-
not sufficient at all.
So what would I roll on assistance?
History. Yeah, Zenkarn is struggling to remember the slightest fact about crocodiles other than they appear to be crocodiles made out of rocks.
So
I will roll history on them.
I'll roll. Okay, so it's D20 plus history.
I just want to know if they're an Arcana-based creature or not. Damn
I
it,
got
Powder
the-
Keg.
I got a
Started
22
with-
total.
I got a lousy, pathetic 7. I critically missed.
Space showers. Sorry, not space showers. Crocodiles made out of marshmallow.
Obviously. But I got a 22 to my history,
Alright.
so what do I know about them?
So, you know that they are very much attached to their mothers, and that the cry that you heard the parent crocodile scream out was, basically a signal for danger, and basically, they're capable of attacking kind of as a unit. They're very sort of protective.
Has one ever been tamed?
Definitely not in recent memory. But then again, no one's really been crazy enough to try.
Well, powder is.
Are they sort of
And
natural
so is
or
Javolt.
iconic creatures?
Does Javolt get to try to chain as well?
There's only one baby crocodile left.
Alright.
You're
And
just
it's
gonna have to learn to
right?
share it.
This is going
Alright.
to go so
And figure out how to-
wrong.
Step 1. Do we have any milk?
No.
What would we need
Hang
to
on, I
roll
forgot
to
food
figure out
again.
what it's...
I'm not sure a crocodile would drink milk.
Maybe as a baby.
Javolt goes around gathering up rocks for the crocodile to eat.
Ooh! Can I autopsy the mother and find out what makes it tick?
I'm not sure you want
No. This sounds insane, but it's not. If we can figure out how the mother works, we can figure out if it has any sort of, if it, I don't know, creates specialized rocks for the baby to eat or anything like that.
I
I'm
just
not
want to say right
crazy, I'm
now.
just fantastic.
I just want to say right now, I'm very sorry, Spud.
This was going to happen eventually.
Sorry.
You know, if you do try to dissect the crocodile, you probably want to make sure you don't do it in front of its baby.
Its
Well, the
baby's
baby is unconscious.
Well, I'm saying it's going to wake up eventually, and we better make sure we're not dissecting it while this is happening.
We should check to see if there's anything that produces milk on the crocodile, and then harvest that milk if there's any left.
That's why I'm doing the autopsy.
Wait. I thought crocodiles were reptiles, not mammals.
This
This is a magical rock crocodile.
Magical rock crocodile.
They are-
Logic doesn't matter.
They are basically reptilian in...
Rock.
Okay, so probably no milk. We need insects.
Can I autopsy it anyway?
Yeah, you're basically gonna need a pickaxe or a hammer.
I have a hammer!
Attempted steal.
Oh
Come over here for a minute.
Thus begins the crocodile autopsy part of the session.
What do I need to roll?
Strap in, everybody.
Streetwise, Arcana, heal.
I don't even know, man.
Well, I mean, if it's an autopsy, well, it depends.
First, I need an athletics check from Tempered Steel
Okay. Alright,
to basically start taking apart the mother crocodile.
alright.
This is the problem with being a DM. You never know what your players might suddenly latch onto.
Alright. First, I am going to, use my, hop, skip, and jump ability, so that, on my next athletics or acrobatics check, I may roll 3d10 instead of 1d10. I mean, 3d10 instead of 1d20 to the total value of all 3 dice.
Okay.
And that's in addition to athletics, right?
Yep, 3d10 plus your athletics score.
Okay, so 3d10 plus 13.
Just out of character between you guys and me, I'm gonna make you fight for this.
Okay.
You're gonna have to earn this baby crocodile's love.
Oh yes,
Fine,
we
we
will.
shall.
I have a very bad feeling about this.
Well, we killed his mother, and we
I
really
just-
don't want to deal with that.
I rolled a 32.
Can I just point out the appropriateness of the person with the Star Wars avatar saying I've got a bad feeling about this?
The one with the bearded Java avatar, yes.
Yeah.
It's a Jawa. Or did you say Jawa?
I said bearded Java.
Oh, I thought I heard you say bearded Java.
That would also be funny.
That would be very funny. Coffee cup with a beard.
The 32.
So I rolled a 32 to try and allow us to dissect the mama crocodile.
You do very well, but you're using a hammer, so it basically shatters into much smaller rocks.
This
But
would be
which
much
does
easier if
reveal
someone had
the
ammo.
sort of skeletal and digestive systems inside.
No, I could just bring it back to life, use many tongues, and ask it.
Somehow that's slightly more horrifying. That's what's going on right now.
I don't think many tongues works to speak with animals.
No,
think it
I don't
works
think
with
so.
Sentient languages. You have to have the actual animal speak.
I guess.
That's true. So thank you for destroying that option.
Don't worry, I'll use that ability some other time. Or to take animal speak.
So I have a funny feeling that someone is going to be taking animal speak, and I don't know if I'm not going to veto it straight away.
It's like, and ban, animal feet.
You can kind of start picking apart the crocodile, and first thing you notice is that in its stomach you find a lot of sort of earthy materials like sulfur primarily in there.
So it eats rocks.
Wow.
Cannibal.
That's why Javolt was gathering rocks.
Well, maybe not rocks so much as minerals.
Indeed. Oh, wait, yes, that's right. You said there's sulfur in there?
Yeah.
Can I gather this sulfur?
Yes.
Sulfur is used in explosives.
We're just gonna go crocodile hunting now so he can...
How much sulfur do I find?
Just like barely a gram scraped off the stomach lining of the dead crocodile.
Alright, 1 gram of sulfur. I'm on my way to more bombs.
Well,
Speaking of making bombs, I've been wondering this. What kind of size are the crocodile's teeth? Baby or adult?
The living
either way.
one or the dead one?
The dead ones.
The dead baby crocodiles or the dead adult one?
Both actually, for that matter.
What do you mean size?
Basically, I'm wondering if I can manufacture. I'm imagining that Flotsam will carry around bomb-making equipment so she can make stuff up on the fly. And I'm kind of thinking, I wonder if you could make some kind of bomb using crocodile teeth.
What?
I'm not going to explain why, but just say no.
Yeah,
Because I don't think
fine.
the materials are there for that.
No, absolutely. Just wanted to check.
Okay. Neat idea, though.
You can just hear getting Spud more and more sick of that crap.
Alright, so we have an unconscious crocodile.
I'm kind of playing it up, but it is something I did not expect. But I'm having a little bit of fun too. Don't worry.
Alright,
Yeah, can I roll to sort of root around in its insides to see what
That's basically what you find.
fair enough.
And you gain a familiarity with the biology of the crocodile, which instead of it's kind of hard to tell. Instead of like muscles or any sort of skin or anything, it's just mostly rock with a very minimal. It's a magical creature. It doesn't seem to work necessarily in a biological sense, but it's still very much a creature.
Huh, so it would have been an archive then. So now that, we've ripped this thing open and rummaged around in its inside, which I have a feeling is going to be a sentence that happens a lot in this campaign.
I'm gonna need...
Okay, so I'm going to... Obviously what we need to do is take some of the rocks from its outer shell and rub them on ourselves so that we have its mother's scent.
That's both stupid and brilliant. I'm not really sure.
You can do that, yes.
Alright. It'll make it slightly easier to talk with it. That's a real thing. Having the mother's scent can do a lot of good.
We should probably rub it on Flotsam the most, since she's the one who's trying to adopt it.
Though I should actually probably roll 1d20 history to see if I would actually know that in character. Because
You rolled a
probably
22
wouldn't.
at the start, and I'm saying that would have been included.
Alright. I rolled a 20 on my second check anyway.
Yeah,
I'm rolling really well tonight.
Indeed. So, yes, that is a thing that will work. That's a thing you know.
Then,
you take the different pieces of the mother rock, and whoever chooses to, you can kind of rub it off on yourself a little bit.
Rub it all over
now, if we're gonna be taking this baby crocodile with us, it might help us to get a little of the mother scent on us, so that it's more likely to take kind to us, though it's still probably going to try to bite us a lot.
Well thought out, Security Chief.
Well, as long as we're going ahead with this, it's not a bad idea.
Oh.
When did I get this?
I'm just sitting over by the unconscious baby crocodile, just kind of looking at it, half anxious that it's about to wake up, and half interested that it might be about to wake up.
Okay, and
You said you're the one who said you wanted a pet, right?
Yeah.
Well, can I trust you to take good care of this?
Well, I'll walk it, because we'll be walking, and I'll feed it, if I know what to feed it, and I'll love it. Anything else?
Well, try not to get bit too much, and try to train it not to bite everyone.
Okay. I can do that. I'm responsible.
Okay, so could we crush up some of this mama crocodile's outer shell to make a powder out of it so we can reapply it later?
I think that is an excellent idea.
She's both so sick and wrong and fantastic. That's the necromancer.
Oh god. Something's really wrong with the necromancer, I actually want to say, guys.
No, this is great, I love it.
It's really great. Oh, we're just doing our best to make sure that this crocodile that survived our horrible murderous rampage upon its mother and siblings, that we can make sure it doesn't die because of us.
As opposed to it dying because of
As opposed to it dying because of us.
We left it out here, who knows what would happen to it. I mean, imagine if a raider got hold of it.
Yeah, imagine. You don't want a raider with a pet crocodile.
I'm not 100% sure, but I don't think raiders would want pet crocodiles.
I would be of the opinion that a raider might love a pet crocodile. If just to keep in a pit so they could feed ponies to it.
You need to build a pit.
If crocodiles eat ponies, you might have trouble feeding it.
I sincerely doubt that, my dear.
I think we'll have plenty of dead raiders to feed it.
Amongst other things, yes.
But don't worry, they seem to mostly eat minerals from what I can tell in here, so we should be fine for a little while.
Okay, so here's where I'm at morally on this. You're monsters because you killed this baby creature's family and then adopted it. On the other hand, you could have just let it be and you would have killed the baby's family and left it to die on its own.
Left it to starve to death.
So, somehow, this is not, given the situation at hand, this is not the worst thing you could be doing. And I'm not sure how to feel about that.
Well, it's on the other hand, this fight was kind of going to happen since if the grenade hadn't been thrown at the crocodile, I would have thrown a rock at the crocodile, and then the fight would have broken out. So,
in all likelihood, one of the rocks you threw at it would have been one of the baby crocodiles.
We are the worst.
I'm going to hit you with your baby.
Remind me never to throw a family at you guys again.
We will adopt any family that comes our way.
No,
you'll destroy it
children.
first, and
we will adopt the unkilled children of the family we destroyed.
That's what we are. We are the...
So like a traveling self-made orphanage.
No, give us.
It's kind of like the consolation
dead
prize.
children.
Hey, you killed your family, but we're gonna
But you
make
get
sure
to hang
you
out
don't
with
die.
us, and we're awesome.
we're gonna grow into some kind of urban legend among wasteland monsters.
I want
heard the
nothing
tale about
more
these
than to
guys?
move on now.
I think we should move on. I think we should just take the unconscious baby crocodile, the crushed up powder from the rocks, and us smelling like its mother, and just go.
Well, there's you don't have the equipment to really grind down the rocks to a really fine powder, but you can get a little bit. It's not a whole lot, but
Well, we can grind it up into easier to carry pieces.
yeah.
We'll just take a few of the mother rocks with us.
Who's carrying them?
We'll just disperse a couple of the rocks throughout our bags so that nobody's really taking too much of a burden.
Yeah,
Who's
that's
carrying
fine.
the baby crocodile?
Flotsam, of course.
Okay. Can I actually do that, Newbiespud, or is it too heavy?
I'm sorry, what?
Sorry. Is the baby crocodile light enough to be carried by Pegasus Filly?
Yeah, it is. It's small enough.
Alright, so with that, we move on.
Tempered steel will help her carry it.
I vote that if it wakes up and really doesn't want anything to do with us, we let it go.
No. We just hit it on the head until it proves.
So we have our medic use kindness on it.
Then we find it with work, and then we sell it to the next town.
Oh dear.
So we're not selling it.
It's our
If it
pet.
starts attacking us, we're selling it.
Anyway,
Yep, sorry.
onwards.
To the wastes.
Alright. So what do we see as we continue out into the Dragon's Maw with our new companion?
As you continue through Flametongue Pass, all of you are given a chance to reflect on what the hell you just did.
All in all, I think we made a reasonable mistake in attacking those crocodiles because we thought we saw a threat. And I really think there was nothing that could have avoided that. And I think we're doing a good thing in making sure we don't just leave this baby to die.
I 100% agree with you.
Well, if you want to try and make a moral justification.
Alright, enough.
Please stop talking.
None of this moral justification is actually going through Powder's head. Powder doesn't actually care about the morality of anything.
You
Well,
continue
karma's-
along the path for a while, and the crocodile remains unconscious. I am going to take a 5-minute break.
Alright.
Alright.
Yeah, see you guys. It's 27 after the hour. We'll resume at 32 after the hour because I need to decompress after this.
I'm
I
sorry,
got
Newbiespud.
I don't
Very
I
sorry.
don't blame you.
Sorry.
All right.
Alright, muting back up. And so we continue.
All right.
Indeed.
You've
You
been
do
What are we
Already
doing
announced, bud.
anyway?
You've been walking along for a while, and you notice along to one side of the path, you notice the body of a pony.
Ooh.
And the pony's still alive. He notices you and kind of waves you over. He's bleeding out. There's a trail of blood leading from the opposite way to where he is now.
Can we
Okay.
ask our medic to try and heal him?
You can,
Eyes
but
like-
Firelight can tell pretty easily that this pony's been bleeding out for a while, and he probably doesn't have much time left.
Can I walk over to him?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk over to him too.
You can see that his cutie mark. This is a unicorn. His cutie mark is a picture of a knife with the edge covered in blood.
Can I?
Okay,
Like a raider.
this is funny because I was actually going to say that that's the kind of question that Powder Cake would ask, and I was going to ask it myself.
I was just getting ahead of the curve.
You look like a raider.
I'm not, I swear. I just, I'm just good at, well, I was.
What happened?
My caravan. You can see, he's got, some saddlebags, although they're a bit torn up. They say, Black Lotus Traveling Company.
Since Flotsam has enough medical knowledge to know what to do to a wound, but not enough to realize that this pony is done for, she's just going to start applying pressure to the wound.
Oh, no, don't bother. I don't have much time.
Oh.
You're heading into the mall, right?
Yeah.
I know this might be a weird question, but would you do a dying pony a favor?
Of course.
Favor.
What do you need? It depends.
Well, I need you to deliver a letter.
To whom?
Delivery quest, go!
It's in my saddlebag.
Can I go
Look
fish
over-
it out?
I was going to say, look over at Flotsam and ask if you can grab it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can reach into the saddlebag and pull out an envelope.
Does it say who it's addressed to?
It says,
Dying pony, last wish, letter. He's probably trying to screw us.
Okay.
You're so cynical.
The wasteland.
it says, to Slick from Sharp Edge.
Who's Slick?
Slick was is a friend of mine who was in the same caravan. He's one of the ones who didn't betray me.
Do you know where the caravan was headed?
My caravan, the Black Lotus Traveling Company, we came here just, like any other, looking for treasure and whatnot, but, most of my group, they started getting obsessed with the sort of magical artifacts that are supposed to be in these treasure hoards. They want to use them to become powerful.
Leaning closer. Magical artifacts? Do tell.
Well, everybody knows that the dragons had these. Supposed to have these really powerful magical artifacts that, would make a pony super strong, stronger than any pony else.
Is there any way to help him? Oh, did the volume get cut off?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, I was trying to ask if while he's coughing and in pain, if there's any way to help him with that while he's dying.
Not really, no.
Okay.
The group got obsessed with just becoming powerful, and we spent weeks looking for these treasure hoards, and we just kept getting lost and getting red herrings, and I wanted to get out. I said, we can't keep doing this anymore, and I tried to get out, and well, they got me. Right as I was heading into the pass.
Names.
I thought I could get to Flametongue, but not at this point.
How are you planning on getting...
Is this another one of the curses?
Watson's worried.
That's my question.
Well, there is a rumor that you always want to keep an eye on your so-called friends. Maybe that's one of them.
Not fault begging at all.
Anyway, I need you to get that letter to Slick. He's the only other good pony in that group, but he's kind of following along. Still the same crazy dream of becoming all powerful that the others have.
So Slick's in danger?
Yeah. In danger of himself and who he's traveling with.
So basically what you're saying is, your group is a bunch of raiders.
We're good at what we do, I'll say that. I was the group's main hitter. Now that I'm looking down the tunnel, I'm thinking I've done some things I regret. And I don't think I've got any time left to atone for them.
It's okay, it's the wasteland. We all do killy things.
Yeah, that's what we keep telling ourselves.
We'll help your friend if we can. If he can still be helped.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do or don't.
Of course we will, won't we?
I don't even...
Indeed.
It doesn't matter.
I'm not being very active in this session, am I?
Oh, you're being fine. I was going over on that. Well, we'll do what we can
It's a
to
long shot.
Wasteland, no promises. And if you are trying to screw us, believe me, it will not end well for you. And this will not be the end.
I don't think it could get much worse for him at this point.
Oh, you don't know Zenkarn.
Can't I get a little trust as I'm dying?
I trust you, but they're all older and cynical.
I'm sorry, I just find it a little hard to trust a pony with a bloody knife for a cutie mark. Kind of suggests a backstabbing sort.
Oh.
Powder Keg, you blow things up for a living.
Yes, I do, but at least I do.
Sharp Edge looks right at Powder Keg and says, I'm Can you give me one chance to redeem myself
With what?
of everything? Of being a coward, of being a terrible friend, of being a murderer?
We'll see what we can do.
Okay.
No promises.
Okay. And the pony's head rolls back.
He's officially dead?
His breath grows shallow.
Flotsam sets down the unconscious, baby crocodile and just kind of, sort of rests her forehoof on his shoulder and just is very slightly starting to cry.
Tempered Steel now he has a saddlebag or whatever that he was carrying the letter in.
Yeah.
Tempered Steel is going to grab that before anyone else can, so that the party doesn't start pillaging through it for stuff till we've, keep it all together. Take the saddlebags as sort of a package kind of thing.
Alright.
We're gonna have to look through it at some point.
Well, yes, but
That doesn't mean we're gonna loot it in front of him, no. I know, yeah, fair.
Eventually his breath grows completely still, and with one last sigh, the life flows out of him.
Flotsam takes a long, deep breath and then moves a little farther away and then starts kind of scuffing at the ground to see if she can find some looser dirt that could possibly be dug up for burying him.
Tempered Steel is going to help with that, seeing if there's anything in the surrounding area that can be used to help give him bury him.
The area is mostly rocky.
Javolt walks over to Flotsam.
Powder Keg is going to pull down the pony's eyelids if they weren't already closed.
You can do that.
So, have you seen a pony die before?
Sure, but
Yes.
only ones I killed myself, or someone else killed.
I've seen quite a few ponies die.
Want to try to bring him back to life?
That sounds like a really bad idea.
How are we going to bring him back to life?
The
Then I
power
don't
of
have
science.
for that.
Yeah, I don't see that ending well.
Master Duncan, goes and sort of sits almost in front of him and starts, oh god, I'm not sure if I'm gonna have to do this in character or not, sits there and starts reciting a sort of, zebrakin burial rite of such.
There is a little bit. The area is mostly rocky, but there is some loose dirt that you can dig a little bit of a grave for.
All right. Yes, Tempered Steel is going to start working on digging a grave for this pony.
All right.
With Flotsam helping, although obviously Tempered Steel is probably going to have to do most of the work since he's bigger.
Yes.
And I guess we could put an explosive down there, and that would help dig some dirt up real fast.
You can do that, yeah.
That doesn't sound like a bad idea.
Although really for a grenade, the hole that would make is actually fairly small.
Well, I didn't say I had to use a grenade. But yeah,
It doesn't really solve the problem of shoveling the dirt back on top, though.
Yeah, I think it's better just to spend the time to shovel ourselves, not waste our explosives.
Yeah, let's just dig a hole, put him in the ground, and cover up the body.
Oh, what's his name? We hardly...
Sharp Edge.
His name was Sharp Edge. Says so on
Yeah,
the letter.
that. Sharp Edge. Anyone got like a tombstone?
There are lots of rocks around here. We could use one of those.
Probably better not leave something too obvious, or else someone will come along and probably try and dig him up.
Oh. Yeah,
I mean,
I forgot people did that.
Put something there to mark it, just not something that is obviously a grave marker.
So, we gave him his last rites. We, buried him. What now? We, keep going?
We tried to find his friend.
Is he buried now?
Yes, he is buried now.
Okay. Yeah, I find something funny. Maybe it's just me, but I find it kind of funny that we follow up killing these crocodiles and adopting the surviving baby, followed by...
Who is still unconscious.
It's different when we haven't killed him ourselves.
That is... Okay, so we bury him and then it's probably better if we just keep going along the path we were going. Or is there multiple directions to go right now?
There's one path forward.
Ah,
You're getting close to the end of the pass.
well,
I carefully
I guess-
tuck.
Just
Sorry,
a
go
question: Are there any towns in the Dragon's Maw?
There are,
Inhabited
Alright.
by outcasts, right?
yeah, outcasts and prospectors and whatnot. It's not totally uncivilized. There are ponies out there.
well, there's really only one thing to do then, and that's just to keep going.
I guess so.
You can roll history to see if you know anything about what the civilization is like in there.
Can we all do that?
Yeah.
All right.
Got 20, and 19, and 18.
No, not a 20.
Oh,
The 20
right.
was from a previous history
right.
check.
Alright.
And
19,
14.
18, 14.
Should I roll? Or, well, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
It's very
roll.
late here.
history.
So I'm going to roll history then?
Well, Flotsam rolled a natural 20.
Thank you, thank you.
Nice.
Alright.
My Steel Ranger friend knew a lot about this.
So, most of you know that, just kind of from what you heard, that just beyond Flametongue Pass there is a town called Gold Rush, which it basically serves as the new home base for incoming prospectors and also ponies outgoing as well. It's basically the Dragon's Maw counterpart of Flametongue, although much less built up. Flotsam, you know a little bit more. You managed to overhear a discussion about some of the ponies who kind of inhabit it. Not only the outcasts who are kind of the failed prospectors and also current prospectors, but it's also got its own brand of raiders out there.
Of course it does.
A gang, rather organized gang of ponies known as the Four Horses Gang.
Oh.
Dun, dun, dun!
Are there leaders named Death, War, Famine,
And Pestilence, yes.
It's not actually Pestilence, it's Conquest.
Well, it
Yeah,
depends on the
but-
translation.
Is there,
Yeah.
is there a grand high pony known as Apocalypse?
No, from what ponies basically know.
I'm just having X-Men flashbacks.
From what ponies know, it's basically divided into 4 sort of sub-gangs, each with 1 leader, and those 4 leaders, they... Broken logic.
Stay classy, broken logic.
Stay classy, San Diego.
Quote unquote, do any of them change their underwear?
The four ponies of the gang, they basically rule cooperatively over the gang.
Okay, is this information relayed to Powder?
I suspect I would, but not like out of the blue. I'd probably bring it up when it's relevant.
Well, we've been walking for a while. Can we say it came up at some point when I was
Sure, okay.
complaining about raiders?
Yeah, okay. If you're complaining about,
You mean all the time? What?
Yes. So, just a note, it is my personal mission to kill each and every one of them. Personally. If someone else does it, then I will be mad at them.
What?
Look,
Do you make that clear to the rest of us?
Yes, they are mine. They are mine. I call killing them.
I am now tempted to have tempered steel do a kill skill on at least one of them just to tick off Powdered Keg.
Well, come on,
Sometimes
Powder.
it's
At least,
Powder, yeah.
as long as there's a raider dead, isn't that generally a plus?
Yes, but Powder has something to make up for, so he needs to be the one to do it.
Interesting.
look, Powder, I'm gonna say, I'm not gonna go out of my way to kill them, but if they attack me, well,
Come on, you read my backstory,
how do we say
bud.
it? Luna
Yes,
happens.
I know. I know what all your dark little secrets are.
Yeah.
Except Flotsam, she doesn't really have a dark secret.
Hello.
Flotsam is just awesome. That's her dark secret.
Well, she
Okay.
kind of does, but it's not really that dark or that much of a secret.
Sorry,
I'm sure if you asked her, she'd probably tell you anyway.
so, okay, so are we at the end of the pass then?
Just
Right.
about.
There is the interesting
Okay.
thing that Flotsam is a Pegasus, so...
That is true. Thank you for pointing that out.
Thank you.
means we probably won't have very good interactions with Enclave if we run into them. but we probably weren't going to have that anyway.
Who knows?
What, a zebra, a minotaur, a donkey, and a pony against the Enclave? Nah, they'd love us.
Oh, the Enclave. I hope we run into them at some point, by which I mean I hope we never see them, because they're really scary.
They're great! How can you not love the Enclave?
I don't know, maybe because they're racist bastards who want to kill everyone, sort of thing.
The Pegasus on.
Is it really racist if they want to kill everyone?
Well,
So,
because,
just
yes, they want to
Equestria
kill
in
all
general.
non-Pegasi.
Or basically everybody who lives on the surface. Although the Enclave, you all have heard that they've kind of taken some hits lately.
Oh, yes, they have. Very nice.
Enclave. Racist and want to murder someone. That doesn't sound like pre-war Equestria whatsoever.
War
No.
never changes.
War never changes. We still need to get Juan Perlman here to narrate that intro he wrote.
I can downpitch my voice if necessary.
Well, we
No,
just
rip
need
it
to run a
from-
Kickstarter to raise $1 million to hire Ron Perlman to read your intro.
Great.
I wouldn't want Ron Perlman to read my intro because it's not the best written intro for Ron
Yeah.
Perlman.
It's pretty good.
Just
Okay.
because it mentions ponies.
As we reach the end of the pass, Javolt walks out and examines everything with his eyes.
Good job. Good. I thought you were going to say you were examining it with your butt.
Examining it with science.
You can see kind of a great view of the former Badlands. Everything tinted kind of fiery orange by the setting sun.
Can we see any towns or signs of civilization from here?
Yeah, you can actually pretty clearly see a little shanty town. You're standing kind of on another cliff that has kind of a sidewinding path down to the sort of valley below.
Okay.
And
Tempered Steel. Oh, you were.
Yeah. What were you gonna say?
Well, Tempered Steel's going to point. Unless there's any other sign. I mean, unless there's anything else of note, Tempered Steel's going to point at the shanty town and say, "We should probably head there first."
Well, now, however would you get that idea? First sign of civilization we've seen since coming in here, obviously we should avoid it. That just makes sense, don't it?
Zencon pulls the hood up as far as it will go and rearranges the cloak a bit. And let's step back behind Tempered Steel just to, make sure.
Does this little shanty town have a name that we know of?
Yeah, it's called Gold Rush.
Oh, this is Gold Rush. Awesome.
Yeah, that little shanty town is Gold Rush.
Good. Just
Oh.
double checking. I'm going
However,
to double check.
You do notice, kind of down below that there is some movement. There are some ponies kind of running around, and some of them seem to be looking at you.
Can we make a check to try and see what they might be doing?
And if they're hostile?
They do seem to be armed with, basically primitive melee weapons.
Okay.
Spears, knives, some crude, swords.
Can I make a perception check on them?
Yes, you can. Flotsam waves.
Let's see, I will roll perception as well, even though my perception is terrible.
Tempered Steel got a 19.
Oh, should I roll perception?
Yeah, sure.
Should we all roll perception?
Probably a good idea. I got 22.
Let's see, 1d.
My good rolls continue.
Seriously.
Is
Nat 20.
Oh,
Wow.
sweet.
okay.
I'm never gonna roll anything above, 5 again.
Isn't it
I
just
got
wonderful when you get that
18,
20 from,
so-
perception? It's like, okay, you notice every detail of that non-important thing.
Look, here's my notes, just don't ask me any questions.
I used to DM for my brothers, and they would only roll natural 20s when it didn't matter.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
That's how nat 20s work. If you need
Oh, when
a
it
nat
did matter? Nat 1.
Oh, of course. Always.
Zencon, you rolled a natural 20. Most of you can kind of see that they seem to have some kind of face and body paint. Zencon can see for certain And based on what you were told earlier, you can definitely tell that these are part of the Four Horses gang. These are the Dragon Ball's raiders.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, for a start, I turned the powder.
Some of them are painted red, some of them are painted black, some of them are painted green, and some of them are painted orange.
So
Sorry,
there's
can I just-
there's some from
Okay,
each group. Quite the
Aren't some
welcoming
of us
committee.
still on? Aren't some of us still on really low HP right now?
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
It's been a little kind of a short rest.
I guess we could.
between the burial and whatnot, and taking care of the crocodile. I'd say you're all at full
okay.
Oh, thank
Pepper,
goodness.
for the
Pepper-
purposes of combat.
okay.
Thank you.
Do I see
they don't
anything
know
else?
the direction we're going anyway, right?
Hang on, I want to see if I get anything else from my perception roll, and then I'm going to tell.
It seems that they Zenkarn, you can also kind of tell that they haven't really noticed you. Some of them are just kind of glancing at the Flametongue Pass entrance, just kind of checking. They haven't seemed to have noticed your group specifically yet.
And how many of them are there?
From what you can see, which covers a great deal of distance, you can see about maybe 3 different squads, which is about 15 different ponies.
Oh wow. We
I relay
don't really want to fight all
of
that.
I relay all of that to the rest, and I look at Powder, and I'm like, so, do you want to take all those on single-handedly, or?
No, I'd rather they split up first. I'd like them to die, but I kind of can't kill raiders if I'm dead.
Fair enough. Well, they haven't seen us, so I guess we've got a couple of ways in.
Maybe we should wait here and see what they do.
They are members of the Four Horse Gang. I don't think what they're doing is anything good.
Well, I'm talking about see if they disperse and give us a way to get past them.
Well, if you're looking for a distraction, I have tried to, have a trick up my sleeve.
Well,
Can I use Create Crazy Contraption Distractagon?
Describe the Distractagon.
The Distractagon is a beautiful contraption. It is basically a multicolored disco ball with rockets tied to it that spins as it rockets through the air towards them. Oh, and it also flashes lots of colored lights. 'Cause it's distracting.
does it play disco music?
No, it plays the complete collection of, it plays the complete abridged works of, George R.R. Martin. Read by...
Lapis, you do mean the complete works of George R.R. Martin, right?
Yes, the complete works of George R.R. Martin
As
read by Morgan Freeman.
Yes.
I'm almost certain those didn't exist in the equivocal 40s, but...
We adopted a crocodile. We can do whatever we want.
Okay, but
it is a crazy contraption.
It's a crazy contraption. It ignores the laws of time, space, and culture.
So it operates in the rule of funny then.
So
It
you guys want to go with the crazy contraption approach?
Oh, yes, it is. It's too hilarious an idea not to go with.
Okay, so
crazy, it just might work.
So Powder Keg is going to set that up with some materials he's got in his bag. Don't ask him why he has a disco ball. He just does. He's going to strap the rockets on there, and put a bunch of blinking lights, and then he's going to put a little tape recorder on top. He's going to hit play, and you should suddenly hear, some very smooth, dulcet voice narrating some really horribly tragic deaths. And
Foreshadowing.
then he kicks the thing, it sputters into action, and rockets off towards the raiders.
You know, you may have a lot of bad traits to you, but it looks like you've got some real good ones too.
Wow, mighty thanks for that.
The Distractatron, if I'm saying that correctly. Distractagon. Sorry. Rockets off towards the foremost group of raiders, who just kind of turn and stare at it, just completely bewildered by it, until they realize it's a rocket powered, first of all, and heading straight for them. which point they all just kind of dive as the Distractagon just kind of careens towards them.
Okay, now everybody roll stealth checks to sneak away while they're, distracted.
The other squads kind of just point and stare and look at it until one of the geniuses think, you can't really hear, but he motions to it and says something about salvage, and a couple of the squads go running after it.
Okay, so we need to be rolling stealth now, so we can,
Yes.
get away.
Stealth.
Oh, joy. Stealth, okay. So,
The first group of raiders who were just
Oh,
bewildered
God.
and confused,
I just
they're
critically failed my stealth check.
Right.
I just rolled 28 to stealth because I continue to be awesome.
I rolled an 18.
So I guess it's to be expected, because a Minotaur is not exactly the stealthiest of creatures.
Tempered
Anyone have
Steel
reroll?
sees the success of the Distractagon and just filled with joy goes, "Oh yeah!"
Okay, wait. Does anyone have rerolls? Please tell me we didn't.
Nope.
Are we a party without rerolls?
We're not.
I think I have a reroll.
I have a reroll when the DM gets a natural 20.
Oh, I have a reroll if my skill check is down.
No, nobody has awesomeness or.
Nope.
Are you serious? Nobody thought to. Oh my god! I wasted a magic point on that Distractagon.
No, it's cool, because they only know that Tempered Steel's around. We can just leave.
Yep.
Do they notice me but not notice the others?
Why are we stealthing away from them again? Sorry.
They're distracted, and we don't want to fight 15
The raiders who are still present.
Do they notice me but not notice the others?
Yes.
Am I aware that they notice me but not the others?
Yes, you notice all too late that they have noticed you. You're not sure if they noticed the others yet, though.
Okay.
I suggest you propose to one of them.
You guys go on ahead. I'll try and keep them distracted and meet up with you at town.
Alright.
Yeah.
There's kind of only one path down the cliff, and
Well,
I would seriously suggest you propose to them just to screw with their minds.
okay, Tempered Steel could still go on ahead to get their attention, and then the others can sneak past.
given the shape of the path, that's not like it's all possible that the raiders are probably going to notice the rest of your party sooner or later. Now that they're looking in your direction and they're seeing you.
Here, now, if I got the attention of, like, the lead one, like, say I did create a distraction / maddening mockery, might that be enough to get, if I did that on the leader, might that be enough to get the attention of the rest of the group?
It would get them to chase you.
Well, I was planning on, if I got their attention, to run anyway.
Well, yeah, no, that's fine.
Oh, by the way,
We'll come and save you.
Oh wait, I didn't lose my magic point for that, because I have Spellchild. Awesome.
Oh, played.
Okay, so I guess I didn't waste a magic point.
Here's the problem. And the fact that you're standing at the top of a cliff, and you got the path along the cliff kind of goes sideways, right, then left, all the way down to the valley floor. Which basically means that right now ahead of you, there's only one path.
Wait. The town's in the valley floor, right?
Yeah.
And Zenkon
Only
looks
one.
at, Dr. Javolt.
It's a fair distance away, though. You're pretty high up to see it.
Sorry, what? What was Zenkon saying?
Well, I was just thinking, we've dealt with cliffs before, so if we can do it once...
Hey, wait.
It's only 8 of them across a distance of maximum of 100 feet.
Well, we could
We don't
just
have to
jump
get
down
sweet-
to the next path.
Yeah,
I think
we don't
it's-
have to
I
get
think
all the way.
I think it's time to
It's a
create
zip,
crazy
zap,
contraption
zip,
again.
zap. We could jump down from zip to zap.
I know what we must do, gentlemen. Create crazy contraption. Escape rocket.
I don't think it would be big enough to hold all of us.
Actually, 20 feet is pretty big.
Well, you could create an escape rocket that'll take me to them and get their attention.
Yeah, no, that's the opposite. You want to die?
Yeah, here's the problem with your distraction plan. It leaves you alone with about 5 raiders.
Well, I still have a second use of oh yeah, which I can use to try and run away, to try and get away from him.
Oh wait, so there's only 5 raiders left? We managed to get 10 of them chasing my Distracticon?
Yeah, exactly. You've got
Oh.
5 raiders between you
Well-
and town.
Screw it, let's just go down and kill them all.
Screw it, let's kill them. We've weaned the herd of the idiots.
Ooh,
Alright,
okay,
Dr.
so we get the
Javolt
baby
joins your
crocodile
little
and use it as-
combat.
Oh, okay. Can I tempered? I can still have tempered steel go on ahead of him and try and intimidate him first. Though I know
Yeah.
Powder Keg wouldn't want that. He'd just
Do
want
you
to kill
still
him.
have the hit points from the previous combat?
No, you've healed up.
Oh, okay.
Oh, do the pits reset at the start of every battle?
Yes, you go back to starting at 4.
Well,
But yes, you can send Tempered Steel ahead to try and intimidate the group now that he's got their attention.
Is there any sort of safe crevice I can stow the baby crocodile so it doesn't get caught in the crossbar?
actually, I was imagining if I brought the baby crocodile with me, I could use that to help intimidate him.
That
With
won't
a
be
baby
intimidating. That'll be
crocodile.
cute.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
baby crocodile may be a vicious little monster, but it is cute. I think
It's a
here's
little
what we should do.
Adorableness.
I should create crazy contraption, megaphone, and
Or you could
yell
let
something
Dr.
incredibly
Javolt try
intimidating.
to. You could let Dr. Javolt try to intimidate them.
Does Dr. Javolt have a good persuasion score?
He has a 9, but he's
Tempered Steel's
also
got
insane.
Tempered Steel's got a 10.
I've got a 10. Okay. Create crazy contraption to make a mech suit for the baby crocodile, and then we just work it out from there.
No.
I think that's a
To
little
answer your original
complicated.
question, Dali, you don't need to worry about the safety of the crocodile. The attacks to take aren't going to endanger it too much as long as you've got it safe in your saddlebags or wherever.
Oh wait,
Okay.
how small is this crocodile?
If small enough to fit in the bags.
Oh, here I imagine the baby crocodile being a lot bigger.
Well, just small enough.
It's
No, I like
plot
imagine
size.
it being at least as big as.
Okay, this is
Herself.
getting...
Yeah.
So yeah, it's gummy
Okay.
size. Okay.
Okay,
fair enough.
well, forget that.
We don't need to talk more about the crocodile. Just try and scare them.
All right.
Alright.
Go Minotaur, go.
You can work together to try and intimidate them.
Okay,
Yeah.
so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to, let's see. I need to create crazy contraption. I already made a Distractagon. Now we need to make the,
Just do something so Javolt can claim it's science. He's a mad
we need
scientist.
to make the Scaretron.
Oh god.
Or not.
What should the
The
okay,
Intimidator 2000.
The Intimidator 2000. It needs to be this, like, box with tons of saw blades coming out of it. A laser.
And Javolt will write it at them.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so it's a box with wheels with, like, 10 saw blades on the front.
And like a little pony-sized seat on top with like 2 levers.
Yes. It's the Scaretron 2000.
Alright, but as a stipulation, because this can't be used for combat, the saw blades aren't actually really sharp. They're actually kind of like,
They're just
Like
very noisy and
plastic
kick up a
blades.
lot of sparks.
yeah. But
Yeah,
if
they're not-
anyone actually ran into those blades, they just like bounce off or something. Harmlessly.
Okay, so
Well,
should
they're
I
actually
roll?
rubber, but they look real.
Yeah, exactly.
Should I roll
Baby
for
first
intimidation then?
Yes, roll for intimidation on the Scaretron.
So,
I'm curious.
you all head down the mountain pathway. The raiders get ready
Actually,
to...
hold on.
Okay.
I'm going to use a magic point to recharge
Oh.
my Maniac's Cackle. And then I'm going to use my Maniac's Cackle while I'm writing down. So that gives me a +5 or a +10. If I'm just trying to intimidate them, it's +5, but if I'm trying to convince them that I'm too dangerous to attack, it's +10. So I'm going to do that.
Wait.
That gives me a +19 total to my roll. So, yeah.
Nice.
So +19 to convince the raiders that I am freaking crazy and they should run away. And I'm writing my Sawblade thing. That
The Scaretron.
The
Yeah.
Scaretron 2000. Do not misname the Scaretron 2000.
okay.
Tron.
That is a 35 total.
Yep. 35 total.
Yep.
Plus equals.
So, picture this mad scientist donkey riding this metal cube with saw blades and lasers sticking out, laughing madly. The raiders looking up at you who are getting ready to basically attack you just kind of just stare up at you with wide eyes. With, the whole Distractagon thing still in their minds. They're like, they just, for a few precious seconds, they just stand completely stiff still. And
Run! Or something. No.
And they
Run! Pathetic peasants! Run!
And they run, yes. They run for the hills.
It should be noted that Powder is laughing like hilarious. Like, he finds this hilarious.
What does everyone else think of this?
Flotsam is clapping her hooves with delight.
I'm
Tempered Steel is
face palming.
what?
Oh, truth farming.
Oh, you're saying Zenkarn?
Yeah.
Tempered Steel is has kind of a it would be it's kind of a reserved big smile kind of. I know that's kind of contradictory, but
I think I understand.
He's enjoying it a lot more on the inside than he is on the outside.
I'm also gonna kind of nudge Zenkarn and say, your zombies are still cooler, but I like this as well.
What was that about zombies?
Yes, I like that term. It's a professional smirk.
Did you just say zombies?
Nothing wrong with zombies.
I can make very, solid illusions. I found that, basing them off ghouls helps keep the less determined wastelanders away.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna call bullshit right there, 'cause, you collect bones, and you seem to like dead things, so I'm just gonna go ahead and guess necromancer.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
It's not entirely a bad thing, but it does
It's
mean you
incredibly-
have very little respect for the dead.
It's incredibly lazy, too. You should really switch over to science instead of magic.
Not to mention the necromancy just ain't natural.
Well, now that's arguable.
See,
We're living in a wasteland that's infected with radiation and taint. Who cares about what's natural anymore?
Ugh.
that's point.
Anyway, shouldn't
That'd be
we,
like saying, what's the matter and what's it worth caring about? What's right or not, or about all the raiders that are running around.
Look,
my
all
dad
of
says
you-
moral discussions are to be had when we're not in the middle of fighting for our lives. I mean, I know we're not fighting right now, but the raiders aren't that far off.
Aside
Yeah,
from
we should
which,
probably
make a
make our
very
way
good
down
point.
to that town.
aside from which, we deserve a meal. Come, my minions, and
You
those
did
of
not
you
just
who
say that.
and those of you who refuse to acknowledge that you are my minions because of your delusion.
Tempered Steel is going to go up to Dr. Javolt and give him another dope slap.
Powder Keg is going to take the grenade, not pull the pin, but he is going to put the grenade in Javolt's mouth.
What? Sorry, what?
You have
So just get the whole grenade description.
an uncooked grenade in your mouth. The pin has not been pulled yet. It's just kind of there as a reminder. And also,
Can I
Tempered
take
Steel
off
slapped
me?
you in the back of the head.
Javolt swallows the grenade whole, pin and all.
Oh God! That's a bad idea. That sounds
No, I don't think it was wide enough for that.
Sooner
I would hope his throat's not wide enough. Wow. No, that's a joke I'm not gonna go into.
Okay, what's actually
Zenkarn
going to
looks at,
You do choke a bit on it though. It
So-
does kind of trigger your gag reflex, and you do choke on the grenade.
Does it fly out of my throat, or what? What ends up happening?
If someone maybe applies the Heimlich maneuver.
Well,
no.
Tempered
Well,
Steel
he's
certainly
broken.
isn't going to.
No, here's what should happen. Powder puts the grenade in his mouth right before Tempered Steel baps him on the back of the head, so he starts gagging a little bit and then bap.
And then the grenade flies back out.
And then
Lots of attempts
Powder
to catch
Keg
it.
catches it with his magic. Uses his unicorn telekinesis to just grab it as it's flying.
Did
Lots of
Wipe it off.
Javolt swallow the pen?
No.
No. Zancon looks at Powder after all the sort of excitement dies down, and I'm like, well, I'm not going to deny Necromancer, but more of a apprentice, really.
An apprentice necromancer is still sort of a necromancer.
No, not
Sort
sort
of.
of. Pretty much exactly a necromancer.
Good point.
Well,
Are you guys
in
done
my
playing
opinion,
with the
As long
grenades?
as it's not a raider, I don't really think it's a problem.
I
Unless
usually
he
will.
murders innocent children to make zombies.
No.
It just ain't right.
Sorry, that's what pops to my head when I think of Zebra Necromancer, because, old war propaganda sitting around in towns.
That makes sense. But if you guys could, keep it on the more of a down low while we're with others, most ponies aren't as
What did the grenade taste
Understanding.
like?
The grenade tasted like blood and sweat
and metal.
and metal.
And
Yes.
tears.
No, not
Basically,
tears.
fight a
strangely enough.
coin, and you'll get the sort of taste you're looking for.
Powder Keg
It
doesn't
tasted like
fly.
pineapple. No, it tasted like apples.
Tastes like chicken.
Yes, apples.
Nice.
They do.
Anyway,
Now, I
here we are.
think
I've chosen my
down.
final answer.
Dr. Javolt looks at Powder Keg and says, "You really got flavored grenades? Really?
My grenade tastes flavored?
It's actually quite good tasting.
Like for real?
Yeah, go ahead, lick it."
I'm sorry, I just shoved that in your mouth. I do not think I will be licking it.
That's a fanfic sentence and a half.
Oh dear God, no.
At this point, Flotsam will take a stern tone and go, "Boys, grenades are for blowing things up, not for eating, not for tasting."
Yeah, what she said.
So adorable.
Didn't last week there come up a conversation about Flotsam eating them or something?
No,
I
her
just
packing
thought they
them
were
instead
shaped
of
like
food.
apples.
Speaking of
Anyway,
eating, I am hungry,
town.
and you are too. Let us go into town and eat something.
I could use some food.
For once, the crazy donkey makes a good point.
Thank you, manual labor experts.
I give Dr. Javolt another dope slap.
I
He
swear, if
dodges.
he keeps that up, he is getting that grenade for real.
Can we kill him
Flotsam just goes
after
trudging
I've
on ahead.
eaten, please?
Yes, we can eat before you kill. Before I
Thank
kill.
you.
How about this? We'll all kill him.
That sounds like an agreeable turn of events.
As long as I get to
I
study
think
him
this
after,
is based.
don't
This
care
is
what you
just
do with body.
the party hazing ritual now. It's
I
just
should
like,
have
yeah,
gone
you're
with that.
crazy and you should die. Welcome to the party.
Well, we are Super Happy Fun Time Murder Squad.
Javolt looks at all of them and says, "And you're not crazy?"
Well, I never said I wasn't crazy, but at least I don't go around calling ponies my minions.
Sanity is overrated. And potentially a lie.
The fact that I refer to you as my minions means that I respect, that I care for you.
No, it means you're an idiot.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it means you're a delusional idiot who thinks that everyone who is with him is his
I am
employee.
not an idiot, nor am I delusional.
Well, that's debatable. Anyway, shall we go to town before this gets
Yeah, I
any
think we
more
should go.
murderous?
We
Let's
should
just all
go
go
to
to town.
The rest
Alright.
of the town isn't going to be overrun by raiders too, is it?
I hope
Well,
not.
if it is, I'll just laugh at them and they'll run away.
Worked once.
I don't think I have enough components today to make another one of those.
Alright, you all head down the cliff path and down to Dragon's Maw proper, and head down the path to the town of Gold Rush. And that's where